retro
Some
that
good improvements, some nice
Teddy
improvements.
Ruxpin thing nearly killed me earlier, man. I was like, oh my god, I haven't seen that in years. I
Teddy
jumped straight on
Ruxpin.
YouTube. I was listening to the intro music. I was like, oh my god, this is absolutely years nostalgia
All right.
overload, man. I'm
I don't
telling
see
you.
anybody in the chat yet. So I set it for the right time and day, right?
We
Yeah.
showing up.
Yeah, it just started.
Showing up.
I got a
Yeah.
notification half an hour ago and just now another one.
Yeah, I've been lazy on Sundays. I was just binge watching TV shows. I'm watching Peacemaker.
Did you watch House of Dragon?
I
Oh,
watched,
you don't have it.
Yeah, I watched House of Dragon. That was.
Oh, you do have
I
it.
gave it like a C plus for a first episode. It wasn't. There's potential.
I heard it's gonna take like 4 or 5 episodes.
I just don't like.
Yeah, no.
I don't like that they chickened out with their original plan was going to take place with like the Children of the Forest and stuff, and they're like, people want King's Landing, they want the Starks, they want this, so they basically, it's just King. I mean, it's very similar.
Get rid of all the cool fantasy shit.
I was hoping for like when the Targaryens first invaded Westeros. I kind of, without looking or reading anything, I was kind of hoping that's what it was going to cover, but no, it's basically just the same. The same type of drama in King's Landing, so we'll see where it goes.
I mean, that's what you do. You vert what works, what's easy.
Yeah, because they
trying
probably
to do something different.
They probably figured that's when you don't trust your fan base. But anyway,
right?
Yeah, I'm hearing a little bit of echo again. It's not as bad, but it's a little distracting. What's up, Donnie? Where we playing your game once Terrell and Robert get here?
Go.
Well, didn't Terrell say he was gonna? Yeah, he said the.
Yeah, we're gonna have like a full house technically.
So we'll see. We'll see when they show up. If they show up, I know Terrell's gonna start moving here pretty soon. But yeah, so
you start having penalties for being late. Points automatically taken away from the game and stuff.
Yeah, start -2 points.
Yep.
So I was talking with you guys before we started. I resumed my Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. I'm hooked.
Good.
I went through the third lung and the trachea. I was surprised at how quick those sections were, for how big the biomes is. But yeah, I'm in the jungle, and I just carried Melia to safety for those that have played the game, and I'm excited. I played 4 hours yesterday, and I'm gonna probably play a couple hours every day. I think. I'm really enjoying it. The thing about my initial attempt is right after X, so I'm going from flying skells, running, jumping, just this amazing world, because I was late game with X at that point, so I was used to the freedom. I had done all the side quests, and I was just like intoxicated by the world and building up skells. So I jump into Xenoblade Chronicles through the Wii U. It was the Wii version, playing on the gamepad or with the Pro Controller. And I don't know why, but I was just kind of doing a Robert, and I was just kind of straight lining the story. And
brutal.
Doing a Robert.
I kept getting my ass handed to me by enemies, because an enemy that the first boss fight, if you will, with Juju gets grabbed by the tentacle thing. It's a level 18, and I was at like 15 or 16. I remember I had to grind for like 2 hours to get up to like level 22 to actually be able to beat it. I died by it like 10, 12 times probably. And then I got to Colony 6, and the same thing happened. I forget the talking Mechanis or Mechon dude. He had a
skull face or something.
Yeah, it's the accent, like I don't know, if Scottish or something, whatever it is. And I had to do it again, so I had to go out and I had to grind and grind and grind. And then I got to the marsh, and I was like, you know what? I feel so sluggish. I couldn't quite grasp which it seems simple. I don't know if they changed anything. The mechanic of seeing who was going to be attacked, and I felt like I could never do anything about it. and I just was always under leveled, and I was just struggling. And it coming from X to that, I was just like, at 10 hours in, I gave up. And so I started a couple weeks ago. Whenever I started, I was kind of feeling that at first, but I was like, all right, I know that first boss. I thought it was like level 20. I'm going to make sure I'm like level 21, 22. So I just I talked to everybody, got side quests. The side quests are basically, kill 3 of this monster, kill 5 of this monster. And I just started going to the exclamation points on the map, doing the quests, and I just leveled up kind of as I was going. I was kind of zigzagging, trying to level up. And I beat him on my first try. I got to Colony 6. I beat him on the first try. And then I got to past that, or past the marsh, I should say. And now I'm in the jungle, and I'm like, I was telling Clocked it, like, I'm appreciating the journey of every time you get to a new spot, your scenery changes. You're getting closer to like things that were barely visible before in the clouds, and now I'm on the back or whatever, and I'm just like getting brand new scenery to look at, and I was just like, man, I really missed out on this because I didn't get far enough. So.
And they're very distinct areas as well in the first Xenoblade. If you think when you go from Gower Plains to Sotoro Marsh, and then to Magna Forest, they're all just very unique, different areas.
And like I said, looking up and seeing that, now this part of the Bionis is visible, or it's closer to me now. It's like, I think that really does add to the wow factor.
You're on the way up now. Wait until you get past Magna Forest. Now, the next area after that is pretty crazy.
Yeah. So, and like I think I mentioned last week or a couple weeks ago, it still bums me out that Nintendo, whoever worked on this game, couldn't have done more. Coming from Wii to Switch, it's just a bummer. There's some really amazing scenery, but it doesn't look anywhere near as good as 2, and definitely not 3. And it's a port, but at the same time they did a lot of texture work. At the very least, I thought it would run consistent, and there's sluggish moments of slowdown. I'm just like, I just don't understand why they couldn't take a Wii game and make it at least run and look a little bit better. But on the whole,
is it in the remake?
Yeah.
Is it in the remake?
I mean, there's parts where the textures I guarantee you didn't even get changed. There's some really, like, there's like moss on a rock, and it's like, this is straight out of the Wii game. So I don't know, Clock, you said something about the algorithm. That's possible. They might have did a lot of AI, remastering.
Yeah, no, that wasn't like a defense for anyone who wasn't.
I think it's possible.
That instead people win in the chat. It's really weird because with the environments of Xenoblade, and you see it in Xenoblade 2. I've seen it in moments in Xenoblade 3, where you can have, for the most part, the world looks nicely rendered as you could expect it to be rendered on for what it's doing, and then you'll come to this odd wall. And sometimes it's not even like completely off the beaten path, but it could just be just around the corner from somewhere, and it's just this smudge of a texture on the wall. It's like, I don't know if something hasn't loaded in here, or however they set up the geometry, to have maybe like a rudimentary copy and paste texture for like mountain sides and stuff like that.
Maybe it was like the Grand Theft Auto trilogy, where they did a little AI up-resing and the texture work. So
the Chrono Cross, right?
There's some areas that look
Chrono Cross and
pretty
AI upscaling,
pretty decent, but at the same time, I mean, there's been 360 ports, there's been PS4 ports like Alien Isolation. So maybe if you start with something better, it's easier to get it looking better on the Switch than if you start with something further back. But I don't know, it seems like it would be opposite.
You'd have to remake it, because there's only so much you can do with Wii textures. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, that's true. But I would almost just take just a sharp, like 1080p image with whatever the textures were, and then like a locked solid frame rate or something over what they tried. I do love the new character models. That's a huge improvement over the original. I don't even remember Shulk's face being that defined in the Wii game. I mean, it wasn't like N64 characters, but
most people hated Shulk in the Wii game.
I do remember.
His
face looks like a
because-
foot. His
Yeah, I
face
do
looks like a
remember it
foot.
looking pretty bad in my memory. You know, some
Man,
games you remember like they're HD, but I do remember when
You
I
can
was.
look at him on the 3DS, bro.
I remember
gonna
looking
look that
back
up.
though, like at some footage of like the Wii version. Out, like I mean, I like seeing that type of character model, man. I'm not gonna lie, I fuck
me
with that.
look.
That type of Wii visual.
Yeah, it's like someone smacked him with a frying pan. That's what
Nah,
it looks
come
like.
on.
I
Was
like
it-
that the James Bond and then the
I'm like
64
picturing
shit.
like N64
Yeah,
hand, like
pits for eyes. and
I'm
shit.
picturing like
The face was the worst.
Nah,
Chunky
no,
hands,
it's
you
not.
know?
I think it's mostly Shulk's face because his seems to be more thinner and pointier than
He has no
everyone
jaw,
else.
Let's
man.
check this
He ain't
out.
got a jaw though. That was my problem.
I'm gonna check it out live.
He looked jawless
This
in
is a
his
trailer,
face.
but yeah, his face. I remember. Yeah, that is basically
Angular
fucking
mother.
GoldenEye fucking face. Wow, this does look really bad.
No, come on.
Is this the 3DS
Damn.
version?
cool?
Let's remember
Yeah,
this is the
this-
Wii
No,
game.
that's the Wii.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Compared to what I'm used
that's
to,
weird.
like, the Switch obviously is a major upgrade, but still, I feel like it could have at least been at a slightly somehow sharper image.
Now, come on, look at those hands. You're making like,
Nah.
oh man, there's no. Like,
Dude,
there's
I said
genuinely
that's what I
options
was
in it.
remembering. I didn't say that's what it was.
Like, let's
Oh,
be
I-
real. Like Shog's model, that looks like a freak. Like, come on.
No, come on.
He looks
man,
like a
come on.
grandpa.
It looks
Let's
it
look
looks
at-
like
I mean, with me on this one, man. There's something
the
great
black
about just
hands
those
with
type
the-
of character models. man.
I'll laugh
The
at
lines
Shulk's
for
face.
fingers.
I agree with that. But
It looked
I
like
cannot-
someone. It looked like someone decked him, and his face never recovered.
Yeah.
I'll never laugh. I'll never laugh at this game on the Wii how it looks. I just
No.
can't.
I mean, again,
just can't.
88 megabytes of RAM.
Yeah, it's
I mean,
pretty
come on.
crazy.
Yeah, they did
It's
a.
impressive.
Absolutely
It
staggering.
looks better
And,
here.
Look, he
in-
Who
doesn't, he
hit
doesn't
that
look too
man?
bad there. He doesn't
well,
look
this
too bad
I
there.
don't know if this is
that a
Dolphin
cutscene or something?
emulator. I
'Cause
don't know if
it's a
this
cutscene.
is.
It's certain angles, you know. It's
Well, maybe because it's a
Looks alright,
cutscene. They
Looks
probably
alright.
This is a
they're probably able
cutscene.
to do more.
But
in
I
the
don't know
cutscene.
if this is Dolphin or if this is straight off the Wii. So
Yeah, and so, it
That
depends
looks
on the
like
angle.
Dolphin to me.
Certain angles,
Too clean.
it looks.
Nah,
it
this
looks,
looks like
it looks like it has
game.
no chin, dog.
There's
It's
Fiora.
ridiculous.
That's Dolphin, bro.
Fiora.
It's
Check the description.
I don't know.
I
Fiora
don't-
looks pretty bad. So
You
I'm
could check.
telling
Actually,
you,
you
that's
could.
Dolphin.
Nah, that looks like Wii to me.
yeah, it
Yeah,
might
this looks
be.
like Wii.
It looks all washed out and shit.
I think it's the
Watch
outdoor.
that.
It's gotta be Wii.
I think it's when
Oh,
they use
come
the
on,
in.
What does it
Stop
say?
chewing this.
No,
stop
no,
chewing
no.
Yeah,
this
well,
game.
what's
Here's
going
what
on,
it
man?
is.
Come on, this shit looks great.
Here's what it is. It's when they use the in-game
Dolphin
shell
animated,
for
that
like a
looks
cinematic. When they use the in-game character model for the cinematic. That's when I think that's when it looks really extremely
He never.
noticeable.
Like stretched out almost.
Not stretched out. That's when it
Gooey
just
eyes,
lost
gooey
like
eyes.
all of its like there he had an expression. You could tell that was he was.
That was the fear
So
of
what you're
God
saying
in
is
his
you're not really
eyes.
feeling it.
But I think
I'm
like when
really
he's eating the
feeling it.
sandwich, I feel like that's like
He's
the
been
in-game.
plotting for years. You son of a bitch.
I've
You
been
must
waiting
be
for
a-
years to use that one.
You're a fucking Bond villain. That's what you are.
See if I can find the sandwich
I'm
eating.
not really feeling it.
The sandwich eating is bad, no matter which version you look at.
See, because I think
Look at the 3DS window, bro. Come on.
Oh, is the 3DS one that bad?
They got like insect faces.
that might be what I was thinking of too.
But again, it's still
For the
super
3DS,
impressive
yeah,
to
that's
see
the
that
other
game
thing.
Switched on to
See, I can
3DS,
say that,
it's-
hey, this game looks blurry. I wish it looked better, but I can still be impressed by what the Wii was
Come on now.
capable
Yeah.
of doing. I'm still like in awe of like, hey, this was a Wii game. Like I'm not lost. It's not lost on me. I'm just saying for a Switch port that you charge, that's the Shulk I was envisioning. I expected them to be able to do a little bit more.
For sure.
This doesn't look as bad maybe as I was expecting. But
It looks fine.
Come on, it looks impressive as fuck.
Oh no, it's impressive. It's definitely impressive for the 3DS. It's just,
I mean, because I don't. Is it also on 3D? Isn't it?
I actually
Yeah.
I don't think is it.
Well, it's called 3D,
or
so I
It's
hope
gotta
so.
be, surely. What?
it's called 3D.
possibly.
Played it in
Well,
3D.
well, I mean, I guess, but they have, but like, late, like
No,
the
it's
last
called
few games,
Xenoblade
they
Chronicles
kind of
3D.
wouldn't do some parts in 3D and stuff, and
Maybe the cutscenes aren't.
Yeah,
maybe.
the cutscenes are different. That's what it is. I'm telling you.
Well, this game's had every chance to be, to sell well. It's been on 3 different systems now, and but I'm enjoying it. I'm glad I got it and started playing it.
fourth version, man, Switch Pro.
Yeah, Switch Pro. I think once they add the FSR, they should add that to this game, and that could make a decent improvement right there for just an update.
I would say Definitive Edition is the first time they had a disjointed launch, because obviously the Wii was at the end and it was very limited in copies, and then on the 3DS you had to have a new 3DS play it on the regular 3DS. So this is like the Switch is the first time it's had a fair it's had a fair
This is the
launch.
first time it's had like a
real shot.
No excuses. This, it's being sold. It's on a popular system. It's, as far as I know, it's not hard to find, or wasn't when I bought it. There's really no things working against it other than it's an older game at this point, and that would be the only thing, that would stop it from being a big success. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. Music's great, and I don't mind going back. I almost prefer the D-pad selecting arts. Even though early on I'm trying to do the old Xenoblade Chronicles 2, like timing them to like hitting one right after the other, trying to do what do you call that? Where you get the little we just time the two to like your I don't know if it was your auto attacks.
You're canceling the art technically. That's what you're doing. You're auto canceling. So you
But
get a boost of damage and you can go right into another art quickly.
So I was trying that, and I'm just ripping through my arts, and I'm standing there waiting, and now I have a completely different strategy. I'm doing way better. Sticking with the two like pink colored ones. The drawing a blank on the name.
You use those to use break.
Yeah, break. Yeah, the trigger break.
And they're also the ones listed specifically as something different, and I feel like it gives you more towards your to your chain attack meter if you use those. And then
it could be days as well. Once you get break stuck in days, and
but it's called it's called a different kind of art from the rest of them. It's like a talent art.
Oh yeah, you're talking about your focus. Is it your focus art?
I think it's talent art.
Is it talent art? The main one in the center.
Yeah, but say talent art sounds better. It sounds
it's the one next to the Monado.
Yeah, the one in the center, right?
It's not in the center. It's off to the right of the Monado.
Yeah, but the problem is you can change where they're located.
Yeah, that's
It's Stream Edge. I swear it listed it as a talent. Maybe all arts.
Oh, are you talking about like Shadow Eye, where it like lowers your aggro?
No, it listed it as a talent art, and it said Stream Edge. Maybe they're all considered a talent art. But
Stream Edge is Shulk's front-facing break move.
But it was listed in the tutorial as a talent art.
I think they view them all as talent art.
Okay, maybe that's probably true. But anyway, I started using those more often as my beginner ones, and one has a shorter cooldown, and then it was building up my meter. Plus, I was letting my auto attacks happen more often so I could get to the Monado.
Madonna, what are you doing?
Monado attacks more frequently.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna finish this game before I even pick up Xenoblade Chronicles 3 now. So I'm gonna try to have it done hopefully by the end of September. That's my goal.
I can't recommend enough playing Xenoblade 1 and 2 before Xenoblade 3. Just even on a visual, holy shit, what's that? Type of reference.
Mm-hmm.
It just
playing them
for me
at the same time.
For me, it's made such a difference.
I should boot up 2.
Doing that.
I'm gonna boot up 2 and just see if the visual difference, because in my mind, I haven't played 2 in a while, so
I think 2 to me has better area design personally, but it also depends on what you like.
I strongly disagree with that.
Yeah,
everything I've seen in 1 so far has been closer to what I remember or expect from F.
Well, yeah, because one is more of a traditional like open world.
But everything's been just looking around. I'm just like I'm in way more awe than I ever was in 2.
Really?
And I can actually get places. I don't have to be stuck to. There's bigger areas.
That was my least favorite thing about 2. It didn't feel as open
There wasn't.
one.
Yeah,
There
no,
wasn't
I agree
enough
with that. But
grand.
what I will say is that
openings, like,
you know,
I
all the
think I think
games got
two's
their
I think
visual
I think
moments, but
I think 2 is denser personally.
what area is it in Zelda? Because is it Uriah when you're actually inside a Titan?
Yeah, you're talking about
You got
Yeah.
that beautiful
that
city.
area looked
Yeah,
good. I
you're
like
right.
that.
Yeah, you're talking about.
You
Yeah,
get
you're talking
moments like
about
that,
Uriah.
you're just like, fuck, man, this is incredible. So I think each game got those moments, but yeah.
I feel like so
Yeah,
far.
I would agree that 2 is denser because it's more focused. You know,
Mhm.
like,
Yeah. But I can understand the argument of saying that one in some and I would say by proxy 3 also, because 3 very much seems more like closer to 1's level design than 2's. It's
Yeah, I
more
agree.
of like
I want
Yo, what about that
100%.
X Man with the?
don't forget
X-
that X, bro.
ooh, how would you
X is-
if you had to
X is my
compare
favorite open.
but here's my question. If you had to compare X to like one's open world, what makes them different, I guess is the question.
There's actually shit in the open world in 1.
Wow.
I haven't really seen too
Wow.
much shit, dude. A
Whoa.
couple no-pons camps, and that's about it in 15 hours. I mean,
It's
Whoa.
I never knew how to describe the
The
difference between
caves over here.
X is I don't know how to I think one's felt more natural. I think that was the main difference for me. Like X is it's not that X doesn't feel natural, but it very much feels like there's a line, and once you cross the line, you're in like a completely different area. And the
Oh,
area
yeah.
is
Yeah,
designed
but,
great. I don't know if it's a lack of cohesion or
But
what.
those worlds, or so like having the giant,
this
you know, things
game,
in
though.
this, like the amazing like
this
structure in the
fucking game.
sky and everything, like
When
everything
you-
felt like really worldly and natural.
this looks like a PS4 game.
All the,
but
the
X,
sky and all that. Yeah, for X.
compared to like the
X, yeah,
first
X is gonna
this
give it to
game.
you.
I mean, the first
Well,
game
X
I
gonna
was-
give it to you.
Well played. Well played. Well played. What? Yeah.
I think X feels like a wilderness, you know, just wilderness that you go into, and you know you don't know what's there at all. So you got no sense of I need to go in that direction or that direction. It's literally just a wilderness. So it could feel more adventurous in that sense
And I
in
will-
terms of where you like to explore. Whereas one feels like you know what the world is and how you're moving through it. And you know that there's locations that you're heading towards. I feel, you know, perhaps that's, you know, what makes a difference.
I will say, this happened to me in Days Gone. It happens to me in basically a lot of open world games that have a constant. It's on the mini map in
Google
in
5.
Xenoblade Chronicles, but I find myself staring at that little yellow dotted line because the map orientation, I don't know if I can switch it. I'm always getting confused on like which way I need to go.
You can change that so it actually stays fixed or it follows whichever way you're
Yeah.
facing.
Because I find myself, I'm like, oh, I gotta turn left. I turn, and on the mini map, it turns right. I'm like, what the
You
fuck?
can almost
Yeah,
always
no,
make the
you
minimap
can
fixed.
lock it. You can lock the mini map so it just faces north and stuff.
I
whatever.
will
Look at that
say
damn game,
I will,
man.
I will, I will say this. I think X seems to have a more timeless visual design.
Like this
I
is
don't
the
know,
stuff I'm talking
That
about.
shit
Like,
is
just
insane.
just
Look at that.
the
Look at that.
scenery.
Like, the oval.
I would still argue that X looks good even now. Like, all
It looks.
You would
This is the
argue? I
this
don't
is
think
the
who's gonna
big
debate that.
right, listen, Robert. You're on the wrong
Environmental effects.
podcast. For,
I don't like
You're
how this
talking about
person's playing though, because I'm like, you got your flash and art for your teammate. That's how you kind of get you boost your attacks by they call out an art they want you to use.
To me,
Or
this
type.
is still visually the
But,
best
like,
looking.
You got
Xenoblade
this.
game.
You got this memorable
I don't
stuff
know, man.
going
Three,
on, and
three has had its moments, you know.
I'm
Well, yeah,
feeling
I'll
that.
tell you in a
There is
year. I'll let
definitely
you know in a year, my
moments.
man.
I'm feeling that in the Gower Plains for sure in Xenoblade, and now that I'm in the jungle, I'm just looking around constantly, like, wow, you know, like this is. I just want to take it
It's
all
weird
in.
because
Oh.
you could argue they all have a similar like vibe to them, but I
They
very much
do.
believe I very much believe that like each Xenoblade game kind of is targeted more towards a certain kind of Xeno fan. I don't know how to describe.
Do you ever get
it.
used to the grass disappearing around your character in 3?
It's much. It's
you know,
quite far ahead.
That happens.
So you don't
I
really
didn't.
notice.
I
It
didn't see that.
doesn't bother me
As you
around my
get-
character.
The distance grass is there, but around your character, it's not. There's like a circle.
That doesn't. The
Weird.
distance grass doesn't bother me at all. It's actually
this
I've given
character
it
is-
no thought whatsoever.
You know, I've been looking at the grass because one thing
Oh,
that bothers
God.
me. No, because one thing that bothered me a lot in 2 is when you make the camera go up, it's like you see cardboard cutouts. And I looked at 1, and 1 does the exact same kind of thing, but I feel 3 it looks way more natural, the grass. I feel the nature is way more realistic in 3, not necessarily graphic wise, but in design, like where the grass look and the rocks, the textures on the floor and stuff. Like, and I feel 3 really is on a whole other level.
I would argue. I think X does that better, personally. Of the main Xeno games, I think X does that better.
And
just
want
wanna
to
Yeah,
say
but
what?
XP isn't the main
so-
Xeno game.
Oh, don't. Hey, listen. You
In
can't.
the discussion, Max.
Don't put that man down.
Yeah, I tell you what's crazy right now as I'm watching him fly on a mech. I'm like, yo, 3 scale wise, I think it actually blows this game away.
Yeah, scale height wise is particular.
Yeah,
Looks-
the elevation is what fucked me.
Even
up
though
more
when
than
you're in the
anything
scale,
else.
it makes everything look small.
Looks
I
smaller,
did
yeah.
notice.
Yeah,
Well,
but
yeah,
you
I mean,
actually,
that's
you're
kind of
actually
the-
flying
that's-
past stuff pretty fast as well. You know, it's a
Because if you like some of these creatures, you're like in a scale, they look like this looks small. If you're on just your party member, this thing's huge.
Yeah.
But I want to say what's up to the chat. We got Ayers, we got Lenny, Donnie's been here, Sandstorm. What's up, man? Yeah, we're gonna be playing your game, Donnie. So
I'm not
we
happy.
can start that in a
Yeah.
little bit. I do want to touch upon Good Vibes Gaming. John had a good video about like why you don't see some Nintendo franchises getting new games, but he basically just broke down the history of Nintendo's internal development teams. And I mean, I knew this, that you know, with the bigger games as game, you know, like Breath of the Wilds, and it takes a lot more to make a Mario Odyssey than it did make a Super Mario World. So you know, they've had to have more people on individual games. So they can't make as many games because they have more people working on each game. But he broke down like all the teams who works on what, and it was super interesting. Since Ayers is here, I mean, there was no mention of a specific 3D World team versus a Odyssey team. Sounds like he did a lot of research on it, and basically
I done a video on this before. I actually remember T's comment as well, because I done a video where I said Nintendo haven't made any games
I
since the
remember watching
GameCube
that.
era.
Yeah.
And I don't know, very serious. I didn't go into the full breakdown of each, you know, division-wise stuff. But once we get into the discussion, then I'll
It
give
must
you my
have been
point
like
of view on
5 years ago you made that video.
it.
I remember you made it. I just don't remember the specific.
It was like a year ago.
I do remember that line. I do remember that specific statement. Why did you do that to that man? I fucked him up. He's like, bro.
Like, damn.
He's like, who are
It's
you?
almost right.
Who you talking about?
I'm
Who
just
you
still
talking
enthralled
to?
by the Xenoblade.
I attempted to
that
check how
was
long
the
ago it
testing ground.
was.
Is that when you're like, hey,
Video
bro,
output
you
is-
want to take this outside? The fuck? Jesus
All right,
Christ.
what were we saying?
Oh,
Where were
dear.
we? Oh, you were talking about your video. Yeah, I just
You should go back and watch. Go on Clark's channel.
watch Clarkson
that-
video or watch Good Vibes video. It was
Watch
interesting.
both. You can watch
Watch
both.
I actually
both.
watched
Don't
the
watch
whole
mine,
video.
yeah.
I watched
I
the
don't
whole
think
video before the
you don't wanna
podcast.
watch
It was a
both,
pretty
'cause
good
people-
video.
It's about 5 years old, but I mean, it's pretty good.
No, I mean the one that Juice
Nothing
linked
when
in
it
the
comes to
chat.
videos.
The what one?
The one that Juice linked in the chat. Like I watched the whole thing before.
Yeah.
The one
Yep.
from Good Vibes Gaming.
Mhm.
You know.
I only watched.
because like I don't know the facts and
I'm
everything.
telling.
but
I think
one thing that
Retro.
made
I
no
think
sense
because
to me-
if Retro didn't make that comment, I don't think he might have made that video. I truly believe that.
What comment did he make?
He had a little debate with John.
No, but it
and-
made no
Oh, did
sense
you?
compared to what I-
yeah.
but
And it was
completely
specifically because of that,
unrelated.
and all of a sudden, 2 days later, he drops a
What
video.
debate
of that.
did you
Like,
have?
The whole thing was the debate started because
Retro is always a fucking
one of
problem,
the-
bro. Just
one of the websites made a comment like, "Oh, we've been waiting 5 years for a Zelda game," and I'm like,
Yeah,
Oh, that one?
and I replied to that.
But we've not been waiting 5 years. They announced like Breath of the Wild 2 like what 2 years ago, like 3 years after it. And in the meantime, during the 5 years, we got like what 4 Zelda games. We got like Cadence of Hyrule, Hyrule Warriors, you know, like Link's Awakening, all that kind of shit. We got a shit ton of Zelda content. That's all I said. I said we got a shit ton of Zelda.
No. You said you talked.
By the way, did you beat
No.
the game the first
No.
day?
You specifically talked about how these guys are waiting 5 years, but we've been waiting 2 decades for F-Zero.
Yeah.
Specific. That's what you were specific, and
That's
that's what
the
ticked him
one.
off. Where it was like, wait, hold on a second. Because and then he said, and then you said something else, and then I was like, he drops his video about it. And I'm like, whoa, wait a minute, there's no way Retro did.
I thought you meant Retro Studios when you said Retro wanted to make that video. I didn't know.
I mean, Retro did that a little back and forth. Yeah. And I was like, wait a minute, that's hilarious. When I saw that, I'm like, there's no way. He definitely made it specifically, at least for somewhat because of that. And I'm like, that's hilarious.
Yeah, because
the wait, for example, for F-Zero is a 20-year dry fucking wait with nothing. What dude got announced like 2 years ago?
No, we had Mario Kart 8 tracks.
It doesn't matter who made Zelda. We got a ton of
F-Zero X on the Switch Online. What are you talking about? If you're gonna count Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition,
it's got online now, baby.
Oh, God.
You're gonna count Cadence of Hyrule. I mean,
yeah, but we got Link's Awakening.
Well, yeah,
what about the Nintendo Land
F-Zero?
F-Zero? 2012 Nintendo Land F-Zero. Clactus daughters were just playing that. Were you just playing that? Your daughter, you or your daughter?
Yeah, my daughter loves that game. Yeah.
See,
Nintendo Land's great.
Why is this?
The thing is, I replied to it, and like retro replied to me as well, and I think that's also starting continuing the trail, because I said, the article said we've been waiting 5 years. This is the longest we've ever waited. We've been waiting 5 years for a new Zelda game. I'm like, and I said I was going to mention F-Zero and stuff like that, but I thought no, I'm going to go a different direction, and I said, no, you have not been waiting 5 years for a fucking Zelda. You didn't complete Breath of the Wild on fucking day one. I was like, how long does it take?
Well, you guys are forgetting
before you start going, okay, I want a new Zelda now.
Now
like
I'm waiting.
Rob,
well, it's just like remember when
you're leaving out a part of this though, in John's defense.
DLC and shit like that.
He said he was talking about the longest gap between mainline Zelda games was the point he made at the end. It's the longest. Gap.
But there was but they're talking about something different technically. They're talking about this article that said. Yeah, the headline was we've been waiting 5 years for,
but then
and that's what they were commenting on, and then he commented on a separate.
Okay,
it's got two separate things.
Because I saw them talking about the gap between the games, and that was
that I think was very cool though. Like it's
definitely
like,
either the first or second.
Yeah, but even the gap of the games, though, wasn't it Clock that who posted it? It's basically been 5 years between every Zelda. Technically, Breath of the Wild 2 was going to come out a few months ago. That would have been 5 years. They just delayed it a few months.
No. But because of the, they don't. If you notice, they haven't made a Link Between Worlds style Zelda game. They haven't made any of those type of Zelda games, or to in between. It's just been 3D, and so there's been nothing in between. Yeah. It's just with Mario. It's just like with Mario. Think about it. There's been you have Odyssey, and now there's nothing. But there's no 2D Mario. Yeah, you have Mario Maker, but as for their own Nintendo, just
New Super Mario
Bowser's Fury. You had Bowser's Fury.
Sorry.
I hate all y'all.
But the point is, I tried to focus on what I thought it is interesting to me that now is the longest gap between two mainline Zelda games. But it makes sense.
I think it's interesting too.
How big the first game is, how big the team is, and how much they have to live up to make the sequel.
Mm-hmm.
I understand. It's just game development takes longer now, and it's what I mean. It's a good thing.
It's like the NES, bro.
It's a good thing Nintendo isn't making all their games to this scale, because then we'd be like Microsoft or Sony at least only get every year maybe get 2 games that you're like, all right,
Yeah.
Yeah, but so, we discovered now that they're creating a 2-tier Hyrule. It's
yeah.
I mean, that's what
a lot has changed. People are hoping for a 3-tier Hyrule. Retro wants underwater.
Yeah, he wants underwater, man.
So we go underwater, man. We need
underwater / underground, wherever anything
underground
underneath.
is fine.
It's all connected, man.
Oh, God.
4 tiers. I need some caves.
Hey, no, wait. I gotta put this to rest right now because you're joking about this, and then I want Juice to talk about his fucking underwater shit in Horizon, because even Juice is like, man.
I do hope
you
so.
You think I'd be against more explorable world than the Breath of the Wild? Hell's yeah.
I'm not gonna be mad if the everything else, like the sky stuff, is awesome, but I would still be like, man, there's an opportunity. I'd love to be swimming with Link underwater and exploring something.
Zelda has done it.
I guess, but if I'm being honest with you, if I were to take one or the other, we don't explore the sky very often.
How many games have done it?
If you had to, they said Nintendo comes up to you. We need to make an underwater world or an fucking in the sky world.
It depends on how cool the sky stuff is, because they did that a little bit in Twilight Princess and in Skyward Sword. You're in the sky.
Last time we were in the sky,
imagine Breath of the Wild just flying up to, and then you just landing on top, and then you have this whole other city. And that's crazy.
I've started to get the impression that this might be their Skyward Sword redemption story, though.
No, I don't want to Skyward Sword bullshit.
No,
I want to be slicing some toenails.
I think he means in terms of aerial traversal.
I want to be.
I know what you mean, but I mean, like, I swear to God, if they fucking actually link the story of this game to Skyward Sword, I'm gonna flip my shit.
I'm hoping
that would make the most sense. That's like the closest Zelda you do.
I'm hoping that I'm breaking weapons on some floppy toenails at some point in the game.
they already linked Breath of the Wild to Skyward Sword. At the end of the day, you knew that it was.
Also, Skyward Sword, I think, is the next game in the timeline after Breath of the Wild.
My brain's gone blank.
No, we're not gonna do the timeline.
It is. Oh,
it can't be.
Well, what would be after it?
This game right here. Let me tell you.
I thought they did say that before that, like it's like the very first. I thought
we're not doing timeline.
No, because Skyward Sword shit is in Breath of the Wild.
Fee, thank you.
So it's Skyward.
But Fee is already in Breath of the Wild. I know you don't hear her voice, but you recognize the tingle and stuff.
Okay, I got
Robert. Here's Robert.
Skyward Sword is first, and then Breath of the Wild.
That's right.
Skyward Sword is supposed to be the first Zelda.
Okay, gotcha.
Look at this party. This is a Robert party right here.
Becomes Ganon.
Wait, what?
Hold on.
You need to.
Let me go back to the beginning.
Sword, Fee becomes.
No, what are you talking about? That's what Juice would do. I like how he says that, but
Robert doesn't like to have clothing on his characters.
I put all.
You would totally do the same thing, though.
Look at that. That's an ugly character. Anyway.
I like how Juice had to like he wouldn't do the same thing. You were known for doing the same shit. He just shot it in like 4K and shit. That's what that was.
I'm a clothing guy. Robert's if you can take off the clothing, he does.
I'm a no clothing man.
Hey, look,
but Robert is also non-discriminating because even if it's like Animal Crossing or Sephiroth,
everyone removes their clothes. I don't care who the fuck you are. You step in my game, you remove your clothes. God damn it.
I don't. I feel like the conversation is just like. I feel like Robert, you're just a nudist, and you just want
That's what's great. Yakuza, the dudes that are always like in the underwear and shit.
Robert,
that's you. That's literally you. That's you in Japan.
Robert's gonna live on a nudist colony.
Robert, is that the definitive edition of Bikini Bottom you got there?
No, that's
the movie game.
This is the SpongeBob SquarePants movie.
Oh, sorry.
I never played it on Xbox, but yeah, that's the movie game. Oh, by the way,
that was a GameCube game, wasn't it?
Yeah. The Xbox version, yeah.
Oh, by the way, Robert, the game is notoriously fucking hard, so just be warned.
Really? Because you know what's about, like, bro, I've been, ever since I was young, man, I love that movie, and I always saw it as a kid, and I never owned it.
He'll play that before Link to the Past.
The movie is great. Don't get it twisted. The movie is great, but the game is surprisingly hard considering what it is. You're like, oh, it's a SpongeBob game. Oh, I'm fucking throwing my controller after these stupid
drops. I'm there. I'm there.
He'll play that before Super Metroid.
I want you to tell me how you feel about them driving sections, dog. Them driving sections drove me nuts.
I'll tell you. I'll let you know in like 17 years.
All right. So getting back to the whole concept of Nintendo's teams and stuff.
Didn't we like that in 17 years?
Yeah, 17 years. I'll be like, I'll be over there looking like Clockton.
Fucking dead, bro.
Oh, wow.
So, getting back to the Nintendo team discussion.
I had to get one in, goddamn.
It makes me think there's definitely no chance Nintendo's ever going to make a Wave Racer and F-Zero. So, who could they rely on?
Now, see this. So this is where I 100% disagree because John came off saying that the reason why they have to go to third parties now is because they got all these IPs and it's too much. You just got the Mario team, you just got a Zelda team, and all this stuff, and that's why I 100% disagree because even though we've entered the HD era, games have gotten big and all this blah 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 blah, right? Nintendo are still fully capable of making new games themselves. They'll make Pikmin. They'll make ARMS, right? They'll do all these different new games that they want, whether it's a AA title or AAA. They'll do a Captain Toad, right? They'll do all these things, right, where it's off the beaten path from their mainstays. So all I will say is, if Nintendo wanted to make an internal wave race instead of making an internal ARMS, or an internal Captain Toad, they could fucking do it. I don't care how their studios are structured. They could do it if they want to.
Would you rather have that than a
They
ARMS?
choose not to. I would. After all this time, Jesus fucking Christ.
Because it's like that's what they do. They make they'll make a new IP, kind of not a big, huge game, but some cool games. But other than Pikmin, they don't really continue those. Like maybe they'll do an ARMS too, but like.
But that's what's cool about it is one-off, experience.
And I don't need sequels. I'm just saying that kind of feels like what when they're not making the main games. That's kind of what they're doing.
I'm happy. I say I'm happy. I'm somewhat happy for the series to come to a close, right? For Nintendo, and I'm just focused on Nintendo here. Once they've got that fucker in HD for the first time,
yeah,
right? If there was never another Pikmin game, I'd be sad as fuck. But at least we had Pikmin 3 in HD, right?
Yeah.
If there wasn't another 2D Donkey Kong game, I'd be sad as fuck. But at least we had Tropical Freeze.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Same as Odyssey, same as Breath of the Wild, and all this stuff, right?
For sure.
I can understand some series cannot go on forever, and I don't expect it to, right? But there's still always the opportunity, to
like Metroid Dread. If that was the last 2D Metroid.
Yeah.
And
that's it. At least we got it in HD. I like I said, you'd be happy, you're content, but you're still sad that a series has come to an end. But at least you got it. There's still so much that they haven't done with modern technology. I say their modern technology, still so much they haven't done.
It's crazy because I played GTA 5 back in the day on the 360. Went in the ocean on a wave runner in a boat. I'm like, we need a wave race. Like these water looks great. These waves, everything. The physics were, they were pretty good, but not quite. And then Horizon, I'm swimming in Horizon. These big rolling waves, this awesome water effect, whatever. The surface of the light scattering, and I'm just like, we need a wave race. Like yes, like that game would benefit from HD a lot. That series, I mean.
I was watching an MVG video, Ron Adventures Gamer video. I think it was today, where he was talking about wave race and how amazing it was, especially for the time on the N64. The thing is, obviously we'd like to see wave race in HD. Would it have an impact of any kind other than to serve us fanatic fans who want another wave race game? I think that's where Nintendo is. They're like, yeah, we can make another one in HD, but just because we can make it in HD, should we?
But if you keep the amazing controls and you just...
Well, here's the thing, because the GameCube one, Blue Storm, did not have those amazing controls.
No. Wasn't the same.
Wave Race 64 was the better game because of the controls. I was always wondering there's something about Blue Storm I didn't
feel it was connected to the water.
The controls.
I don't know if that makes sense. I didn't feel like I was connected to the waters. I felt like I was hovering over it than I was.
Yeah,
see, I completely disagree about the physics. I can't remember. I was talking to on Twitter the other day about this.
I think the physics were fine. I don't remember the physics being off.
The physics were stunning on it.
Yeah, I think the physics were fine. It was just the controls of your
it's
much
almost like with
on the water.
It was the same thing.
Not as tight as it was on the N64.
For me,
maybe that's a controller thing.
Could have been the controller, but that had a
terrible N64 controller that was really precise.
Well, the GameCube had a good analog stick, though.
It did.
No, it's not so much that with Wave Race Blue Storm. Is that when you're actually trying to turn, it could be because of the water physics as well. They are really fucking good, so you feel the weight of the jet ski, and it's it's really tight. But the funny thing is about Blue Storm is that Nintendo created Nintendo NST. They wanted to create this American branch, right, to create these more Western focused games for them. So they done Blue Storm, they done 1080 Avalanche, and all these games and Disaster and stuff like that, on Wii and all that stuff. So they done all these games, but then they stopped using that studio. So when you talk about Nintendo, I know Nintendo EAD not doing anywhere near as much in terms of multiple IPs as they used to. They still created these other studios to say, right, you're still Eternal, yeah. We want you to focus on these IPs, but they don't even use them for that anymore. They just use Camelot for. I mean, Camelot isn't first party. They haven't. No, they bought Camelot. No, they haven't bought Camelot. But they got Camelot, who were like doing Golden Sun, and all this stuff, and the sports games. But now they're just doing the sports games. So it's like Nintendo themselves. They just. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with them, man. They got so much talent underneath there.
I feel like they're it's not going to be a 20 million, 10 million seller, but if you nail the controls, you make a great have a great soundtrack, have a cool art style, and just it has to visually it has to I don't know, and like I kind of feel like it could be the effect of what I've been saying about Metroid Prime finally being in 3D after we've had all these really amazing first person games, like especially with the Doom Eternal kind of not going for that realistic look. Maybe that would happen with a Wave Race on the Switch, but if you just make a really fun game, have some cool tracks, have some actually racing at with sunset like you did before, and have the dolphin, like they have some really cool stuff, and just make. I mean, it doesn't have to be Mario Kart. It doesn't have to have items and all that bullshit. Just make a solid racer with online, plenty of tracks to race in, and some great water physics and beautiful visuals. I mean, I would have to believe it would sell a couple million. You would think, based on that and the name.
And also because they don't really. There's not, how many of those are on the market? Like there's no competition. You know what I mean?
It's not even competition. I don't think. I quote my videos again. I did another video where I showed how many racing games Nintendo used to do. We only have Mario Kart.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. We don't have nothing else from even their third party collabs and stuff in terms of racing games anymore.
Yeah.
We had Excite Truck. You guys got Excite Bot. We didn't get that in Europe. We had some extra stuff on the Wii, but then after that, it's just like, what are you making? You're literally just making Mario Kart. You telling me, in your library, even if you made, even though I would have wanted to be, even if they made a AA Wave Race, a AA 1080, just this budget, a budget of something like ARMS, which is still a quality fighter. The budget of something like Captain Toad, which is still a quality platform puzzle game, even though it's not a platform.
Just don't do a bare bones like. You got 10 tracks and four racers to choose from. Don't go super bare bones. Have some. Don't just have time trials and races. Have like a mode where you just knock the other player off there. If you get hit a couple times, you fall off your jet ski, you're out. And there's like you could have 32 people racing in like in an enclosed area. You could add some fun online modes.
With some like mission mode stuff.
I keep hearing this sales argument, like, oh, well, it won't sell, blah blah blah. Nintendo didn't give a damn about Fire Emblem not selling. They kept making those bitches until you bought them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They didn't care about Xenoblade not selling. They keep making those. They didn't care about Pikmin. Pikmin barely broke 1 million copies sold. They didn't care about that. They kept making them. So I don't want to hear the sales argument.
How many games on Switch?
I don't even think it's the sales argument. I just don't think Nintendo feels inspired to do anything with it.
Right. That's what I was gonna say. I just think they don't care to do it. They don't. That's what I was saying when I was talking about Wave Race. Like, do they care to just make a prettier Wave Race? I don't think they do.
Yeah, because like when you look at
thing.
When you look at like the even the newer IPs from Nintendo as of late, like if you added like ARMS or Splatoon or even Pikmin, which is still a relatively newer of Nintendo's franchises, I feel like they're very much into going left field with whatever genre they put their foot into. And with Wave Race, I think they're just like, well, I don't know if they don't feel like there's nothing they could really do to make that feel any different. Well, and I think in their minds, they're like, without it getting into like Mario Kart territory. And they're like, well, fuck, I don't really want to do
Why did they
that.
release Mario Golf,
They
Mario
pretty
Tennis,
much gave
and
up.
Strikers then?
Well, each of those had their. Well, I mean, that's not to
It's
me.
not like they
are,
got some new thing to do with those games. To
There was
push those
nothing.
games.
No, there's nothing new.
But they do have a new thing. They have the online trickle out thing that they can put in those games, and that's what they've been experimenting with. So that's a motivation for them. Whereas like they gave up on Star Fox after 1.5 games. Like you know what I mean? Like they passed it off. Like they didn't. You know,
And to say that they see
Ziplash.
yeah,
exactly.
And to say that they see no value
decision.
in these, they say that they see no value in these gameplay ideas or these games themselves. They still like to dabble in them themselves. You know, you got a jet ski game in Wii Sports Resort, which is fucking I say it's great fun. It was all right. You know, or they'll still do in same with Wii Sports Resort. You got all these Pilot Wings elements. And they'll still do pilots, Wings Resorts, some cheap ass fucking, budget shit that they done on the 3DS.
That should have been a free packing game.
I fucking hate Pilot Wings Resorts.
Really?
That should
have Fire Emblem. What was
man,
it?
you gotta. I want to hear that rant.
It took like what 5 Fire Emblems before they started making money. So again,
and I
feel that with a lot of these things, I think because we attach a lot of nostalgia to a lot of these games. Like everybody knows Mario and Zelda and shit. They basically shape Nintendo. But when you have franchises like Wave Race and maybe even stuff like Star Fox to a certain extent, I feel Nintendo doesn't understand the impact that had on the gamers. So they just don't attach much importance to it as we. And when they hear people, oh, we want another like Pikmin, we want more Pikmin, and then that was okay. Oh, here you got a Pikmin on the 3DS, and I'm like, bitch, that's not what we want. But they don't understand.
Or they just be like, really, you want that?
Yeah, exactly.
they just don't understand. Yeah. They literally feel like, really, that's it. That's what you guys want.
Yeah, so something like Wave Race, Nintendo's like, you got like plumbers on cars hovering 0G. Why the fuck do you want a jet ski on the water and shit? Like you're not gonna bother.
And the way they launched this Wave Race 64 trailer as well. Like I commented about this on Twitter. I was like, yo, they went all fucking out on this trailer. I said, whoever's playing this Wave Race for this trailer knows how to fucking play this game.
I forgot that was added.
Yeah, they're riding the dolphin straight away. They unlocked the dolphin. He's doing all the stunts properly, landed the double somersaults on waves, which is really fucking difficult. You gotta be careful with that. He's riding backwards, going over the jumps and everything. And then they get their own Wave Race fucking font for the day it's fucking coming out on August, or whatever it was. I was just like, yo, they put fucking effort into this Wave Race 64 fucking trailer for the little streaming service. Honestly, if you're gonna put this much effort right into a trailer for that old ass fucking game, right, that you feel is so important, right, that you need to put this effort in, why can't you at least do one more fucking game in a modern era where your last game was over 20 years ago?
Right.
I mean, what did Breath of the Wild have to sell to be profitable? 2 million copies. So you got to assume a Wave Race would have to sell 500,000.
You know what I mean? They're most
probably less.
Game.
Probably less.
Well, I mean, it all depends.
Breath of the
Wild, 2 million copies. Like that's why these arguments make no sense. They're convenient arguments, I get it, but they don't really hold up if you look at other games. Breath of the Wild, 2 million copies, it was profitable. So you can be profitable.
And you think it's going to take 5 years to make a new Wave Race? Come on, man.
I don't think so. I don't think that.
And Wave Race
is that.
The last console Wave Race sold over 1 million copies, so it's not like it didn't sell well. So I don't.
How is that? I think the Switch Online version.
I haven't heard anything negative.
You guys
play 20 million.
Clocked it. You play it with
console.
Yeah, I've played it, but I don't have that N64 pad for my Switch, man. And just like the Wii U, those analog sticks, man, they're just not designed for N64 games. They're playable, they're fine, but I struggle. So I've done it. I've completed. I say that I did actually complete every single fucking cup on there. So I got unlocked reverse mode and everything. I was like, oh, you blew through it like
yeah,
that.
You didn't give a fuck. You still were gonna play it.
With the Joy-Cons, I imagine it would be terrible. But the Wii U version, because as much as I love the Wii U, the gamepad analog sticks didn't have a lot of movement. They didn't have shit for range of movement. That's why Twilight Princess Epona controlled so bad. So I struggle with Wave Race on there, but I got used to it. I don't remember if I had to change some sensitivity, if there was any settings. All of a sudden, it just clicked, and I started just dominating races and stuff. But in the beginning, I went to turn. I'm like, oh, doing a one fucking 90-degree turn off the track. I'm like, I'm like, what the hell? And I just couldn't even touch the stick. And then I eventually got used to it.
Even when me and Retro were playing F-Zero X online on the Switch a while back, we were struggling, man. I was semi all right, but that game is fast
that
as
was
fuck. You need
brutal.
those tight analog, movements, man. It's
To be fair, I think we're used to it being slightly slower. I don't know if that's what it was, but man, we couldn't play that for shit. We couldn't even stay alive for one single lap in that bit.
Yeah, it's just
You
so
think
hard
it's
to
the
stay on the track
50
with the
hertz
sticks.
thing? You were used to playing
I was
slower?
thinking that that's what it is, but I remember like a couple of years ago, I went back to F-Zero GX and it was the same thing. I'm like, how the fuck did I play this as a kid? It's just brutal.
Yeah, Robert beat the game.
We had GX in a 60
had
hertz,
GX.
so yeah.
All right, so we should probably get to the box art bonsai. We're relying on Donnie.
Or else we're not gonna make it.
Relying on Donnie. So if this is terrible, we'll blame him.
Terrible.
Wow.
If I don't get any points, I'm blaming Donnie. So Terrell,
how are we gonna do this though? Like in terms of,
I sent it to you like weeks ago. Hold on,
I don't have it.
Let me see if I can refine it.
I was like, man.
I thought you.
I actually do. I do have to actually go. It's actually, I sent it to you like, what was that? Oh wow, yeah, I sent it to you like in July. Never mind. It's been a minute.
Oh man.
Jesus Christ.
I'll let you run it. So Donnie's your boy from your stream. So.
All right, I'm gonna. Shit. The fucking Jeopardy music wanted to kick in and fuck me up. We'll put it over.
There shouldn't be
here.
ads. It should be.
No, the music's from the video. That's what fucked me up.
you gotta push. I gotta see it.
Hold on.
So hopefully it's done right. How are you gonna know when to pause the video? That's what.
I don't.
Can we?
It's not even. It starts off with the first.
That's what I say. Do we just guess?
Really?
Is there like a timer?
Come on,
it starts off with like the first zoomed in image is what I'm saying.
Okay, and
so I'm gonna.
I guess we just guess it. Somewhere?
Yeah.
Well, Terrell can tell us. I mean, you're gonna have to guess too.
You know what? We might as well just pause it and then we still type it in 3, 2, 1, go, and then we'll just play the video and see if we got it right. You know?
Yep.
That would probably. I think that's the best way we're gonna do it. All right.
Yeah, we'll just do it as if the video is the host.
Okay, cool. Let me hit the share screen.
How can I see this going so wrong?
And then I'm gonna put it full screen. You can see it, right?
Oh boy.
I can
Fucking
see
hell.
something.
I don't. It literally starts. Oh, fuck you, Google.
I definitely don't know this. I'll tell you that much.
You should have, Donnie should have at least had a blank screen to start, but that's all right.
Yeah,
Terrell don't get it anyway.
Well,
I don't know. I'll be real.
And also, as we always said, the chat don't guess until we say go. Or else
wait a
So
minute.
is this?
Wait a minute.
This is the image, Donnie. This is what you want us to judge it off of. It's like weirdly.
Oh, it has a
zoomed in.
timer. Pause it at 1 though. Yeah.
Hold on, don't you look at the bugger? What's that? All right.
Just press K
And
in the
this
keyboard.
is the right
you know?
color.
So
This isn't altered colors or anything.
Should I hit play a little bit or no?
No, I think
No.
we gotta,
There's a way.
That's,
So
that's
we
the
gotta.
image. That's the
We
image.
gotta guess.
This first one's gonna be a test, so I don't even have a guess. I have absolutely.
I really don't. I don't either.
I put a guess. Just in case.
I guess I'll put something.
And should we go 10, 9,
I just have no fucking
8,
clue.
7,
I don't either.
6,
I'll be real with you.
5, 4,
I don't know the fuck
3,
I'm looking at.
2.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's like leaves. Or,
Enter. And we should just enter. Me and Clogged thought the same.
Me and T had the same idea.
And then just press play it, Terrell.
All right, hold on. Let me at least type.
Damn, you didn't type? What the fuck, bro?
You're
We
supposed
said
to-
enter
well,
like 3
my
That was the
brain was not-
countdown.
I'm sorry. All right, I hit play. Where the fuck is my hands? There they are.
All right, let's see. I don't know how long. I don't know how long.
Actually, this is what.
Oh, this is the
okay,
countdown.
okay.
All right, that works.
Now we
that
get it.
works.
Well, yeah, that's
Those
not
are
a lot of
5
time,
seconds,
though.
bro.
You had
Oh,
1
5
second to look
Holy
and 10
shit,
seconds.
I mean, fuck me.
Donnie.
Let's see. It is.
Vaden Kaitos.
Kaitos Origins.
What?
Retro.
Well done, Retro.
Well
Motherfucker.
played.
Of
played.
course,
Alright.
of course you know that.
Get ready.
Fucking getting that one.
How would you know that one?
Get ready
Because
to.
It's his favorite fucking game.
It's his favorite
Keep it going,
So-
dude. Don't pause it.
Okay.
I want to
So-
see
I
how
don't
he's
have
got
that
it.
one, so.
I want to see how much time he gives us.
Now
Bruh.
pause. Now pause.
Oh, what is that?
Just
Oh,
to
Alright.
pause it till it gets to the
Damn.
countdown.
Wait. Oh, okay. Wait.
That-
Should we?
okay,
hold on.
yep.
I'm gonna write down people's scores. Though, so, okay.
I don't know what
Come
the
on,
fuck-
Donnie. This is
I
so
just
Hey,
zoomed
zoomed
in.
in. So zoomed in, man.
Wait.
I feel like I should know this.
Why? What? Oh. Yeah, I don't know this. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
Oh wait, you know what? Maybe I do actually. No, I don't think I know this.
If Robert ain't getting them, then you know something. All right,
right.
unpause it.
And then we'll put it in
We should do 5 seconds and then resume the
5
countdown.
seconds, and then we'll play that. And 3, 2, 1, go! Oh, I didn't get that shit. Hell no. That's the back of the box. That's not even
Fuck
the
you.
box. Sir.
And
Dude.
that's the Japanese version.
Dude,
What
all
the
right,
fuck?
Come on, bruh.
that's
What
that's
the
a
fuck?
fail.
That's the Japanese version.
Back of the
That's the
box,
back of the box.
Japanese.
That's not even. Yeah,
And
bruh.
it's the Japanese version.
Yeah, that's a fail.
No,
That's
no,
a fail.
no.
And we're gonna have to send it. We're gonna have to send the guesses at like 5.
Okay,
it's
so
like
yeah, that's
immediate.
how we'll do it.
Yeah.
Once
All
it
right.
hit 5, we hit enter. Okay.
Okay, that 5. All right.
Pause it as
Hey,
soon as you see the
producer, now
10.
we're both in like Final Fantasy.
As soon as you
shit.
see 10,
Hey,
pause
pause
it.
it.
Oh, what the fuck?
Oh, once it's 10, pause it.
Yeah,
All right.
pause.
Oh
What
my
the
god, I need more time.
fuck?
Oh, I kind of
Oh
have an
my
idea of what that art style is.
To be honest, I kind of have an idea, but I don't.
Is
it's
this
not
the front of the
coming to mind.
box or the back of the box?
This is the
wait.
the side the
Why do I feel like I should know this?
All right, I don't know.
No.
Fuck, I don't know.
I'll let Juice dictate when we hit. When
All
I
right, hit play,
Hit it.
and we gotta send it at
So we
5.
enter at 5? Okay.
Yeah, hit 5. When it hits 5.
Or we could say 3. It doesn't matter.
So now
Alright,
already
send
at
it,
5.
Sending it.
Send it now. Let's see.
I don't know.
fucking hell.
Oh, Noah.
I mean, that's a good one because
Oh,
there's you know
my
it's
Don't
That
have-
literally
one's
the-
not
the-
bad. That's
doesn't have
that's fair.
That's
That's
fair.
I can't even guess on that one.
Oh. Oh no. Oh no. I think I know
Yeah,
what.
you gotta give
no.
us more time, man. Fuck me, my brain.
I know. I paused it. Oh. Fuck.
I have no idea.
I feel like
I don't think any of
feel-
us. I
These
don't
are
think.
tough.
Hold on.
A lot of these I haven't even remotely played though. Like not even.
I know I'm wrong.
Yeah,
but
I mean,
it's
I
the
don't
only thing I can
even.
think of.
What was the game that was the Japanese box? I didn't even look at it.
It
Oh, that was Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, okay.
Kingdom Hearts.
And the
But it
last
was
one
the Japanese box.
Kelowna. So,
No,
is there
I
a
think
theme?
so.
Because we usually have some kind of theme.
There is a theme. It's us. He did me. He
That
did
is true.
Terrell.
Who's
He did,
Klonoa?
Clocked it probably with Klonoa. I feel a theme.
Okay.
I like
so,
it. I own
Klonoa.
Klonoa and I
You
want to
think?
play it, but I don't own the.
So
PS1
one of us should get this. And what you're saying?
That's what I'm
Potentially.
guessing, at least.
These are all
Potentially,
catered to us
Alright.
and our likes.
I
Go
got
ahead.
no. I got
Games we
no
talked
guess.
about.
You wait, no, dude. You're gonna already play it. Fuck.
Just
I don't.
play
I,
it.
don't
I
have
got no
anything,
guess.
I haven't got a fucking
I have a
Scooby-Doo.
guess.
I'm thrown off by the little white stick
This
thing.
will be the second one I haven't guessed.
Oh,
What?
fuck you.
Dude, come
I
on.
should have known that only because he's talked about it. What
He's
the
talking
damn
about it.
weeble ass games.
Terrell,
these
I feel
weeble
Terrell
ass
should get
games.
this one.
Retro, me and you both on
Oh,
Cooney.
what the fuck am I looking at?
I had
Oh,
one at
this is-
first, and then I went to two.
I feel like
It
this
looks
is a
like another
Terrell
weeble
game.
You know what? I think I actually do know this one, to be honest with you.
I
I'll
feel
know
I
like
don't
when I
know
see it, but I don't know.
what it is, like what number, but I'm gonna.
Yeah.
See, like
same here,
Robert
bro.
did all like sequels. They were all like games part of a series.
don't-
So that was kind of
I'm not confident in this one at
Alright.
all. I'll be honest with you.
hit play. I'm sending
Yeah,
it
I'm
at
not.
3.
I don't even have a guess on that one. I'll be real.
This would
with
be
you.
like the 3DS version or some shit.
And
It's
I
like
feel
a
like it's a
DS
Pokemon.
game.
It looks like it's a Pokemon.
Yeah, this
game.
is the. Yes, I knew it was.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck! I knew it was.
Wow.
It was gonna be.
I
Persona
told you-
Q.
I
was gonna
told you
say. I was
this.
gonna say
Oh,
Q.
my-
I was gonna say the Q. Fuck.
You
Wait,
put
no,
Weeaboo
I
2?
had Persona
Is
2.
that right?
Yeah,
It was
Persona
Persona
Q2.
Q2.
Oh.
Yeah, that is it.
Persona Q2. So
I feel like-
do any of us get it? Because you said
No.
Persona 2,
I
Persona
had
5, Persona
Persona
5.
2.
No,
I
as-
mean,
as-
I saw Morgana.
It's
I saw
not
Morgana
Persona
and
2
stuff.
though,
Yeah.
is it?
No, it's not.
It's Persona
You were
Q2.
close,
Q2, so that doesn't count.
Q
Sorry.
is Q.
Man,
Persona.
now you guys are gonna like end fucking.
was
That's a
thinking-
way different game.
Hey, that's
bro.
your
Come on.
rules,
I
Retro.
was thinking that because of once it was thinking of the 3DS title, I'm like, wait, I don't have enough time to type in Q2. Fuck it, whatever. I already have 5. Okay.
It's a way different series.
I have no
I
idea.
It's been on.
I only have one guess for this one. Go for it or wait.
Go ahead.
I got this wrong anyway, man.
This
It's,
isn't
Go
fair.
ahead.
I still got COVID brain, so this is
That's
not
what
fair.
we're that's what we're going
I'm gonna
with.
say right now, just
I'm-
based
I'm
on
telling you, man, you
Donnie's
should've
taste,
seen me
I'm not
today.
gonna get this.
Oh,
I had
I've
Final
seen that.
Fantasy.
I've seen that.
That's
and
great.
Retro got it immediately. Well, he's got the full,
Retro's
so he got 2 points,
now, I
man.
think. it is.
He's got 2.
Hold
man.
on, you guys got a
Oh.
rule, Donnie.
It's not Starry Night.
Donnie, do I
What?
have to be? Do I have to? Did I have to put Legend
Man.
3?
Oh,
Man,
oh.
what is going on?
I think you have to put 3. I
Hey,
think.
how's my Persona count?
No, I didn't
Shut
count
up.
your Persona.
No,
Well,
you
you
said
kinda-
Persona
you
2
kinda
is
should.
Oh,
it's a completely
I
different.
personally think you should, but you know,
I think
it's
I
up
know
to
what
Donnie.
Series.
Give a point to
it's-
Juice.
Ah,
Okay, I got
What
it.
about
Oh,
Retro? That's
that's
Persona
bull.
5 or Persona 2 guess, Donnie.
I kind of feel like he should maybe get that, but
Either both count or neither count, because that's
That's
bullshit.
true.
well, does mine and Galactic count? Because we both said Persona.
Yeah, does my Weeble 2 count?
Well, Weevil, come on, that's the.
Oh, what I messed up.
I won't take a point for it. We'll just say Retro has 2 points.
I gave you a point already, though. I put the point
I
in.
already
nobody
gave my
ha-
answer. I fucked
Nobody
up.
has any other points.
All right, hold on, but don't press play because I'm like discussing points. So I have to look at this.
He says
All
don't
right,
give
I
Retro.
haven't touched it yet. I haven't touched it yet.
Now, Retro don't get it. Don't get what? Oh,
The
one-
point.
Okay, wow. All right, then it's
Okay.
2-1 then. All right.
We good?
I feel like
Uh,
yeah. Oh wait. Oh, on
Wait,
on
but
this
so-
one.
I don't got
Yeah,
this
I
shit
don't
at
know,
all, bro.
Q doesn't count, but you don't get legend. I don't know.
Halfway, no halfway. I get halfway.
I think I
You
definitely.
either
I think,
gotta, we gotta have a rule. You either gotta have exactly the
when you're
title
so
or
zoomed
no.
in, you can see the pixels. You do. That's not cool. That's not cool. You
I,
can zoom
I,
in.
I have.
You can't
have-
you can't have a point for Persona 2 because Persona 2 is a completely different game.
No, I don't
Persona
mind.
two.
That's what I said,
Final
but, you
Fantasy
know.
Legend
Because
is
it's
not
Persona
Final
Q2.
Fantasy either.
I'm not taking a
That doesn't
point.
count.
I'm not taking a
Final
point.
All right, I'll remove your point. I'll
It's
remove
the
your
same
point.
box
I
art
removed your
though. I
point.
think it's Final
All right,
Fantasy.
I removed your
Oh,
point.
press play.
All right.
have
I think I know
nothing.
what this one is.
This is
I
like-
think I know the series at
Is this
least.
a Game Boy screenshot of a Game Boy game?
Yeah, fuck knows. Man.
I have no guess.
Kind of. Let's see.
I have no guess.
Fuck!
Oh Jesus!
Oh,
God
Wow.
damn it!
Nothing.
Shame on
I
you,
was com-
Juice.
I was completely.
Where was that even at?
Dude, these are too fucking
Oh, it was a
zoomed
Game
in.
Boy.
Come on, bro.
I know what this one is. All right, I know what this one is. Oh,
Let me.
I know.
Let me
I know.
sit
I
back.
definitely know this. I know what this one is.
Hmm,
I don't know which one it is though.
no clue.
I'm gonna just put this.
I'm guessing this. I don't know if it is.
I mean, when y'all ready, and I hit the unpause.
Just
it.
hit
I'm
it.
not getting any of these. My brain.
I think I know. I think I know this one
Just
at least.
Not even.
I don't know. I'm guessing. I don't think this is right.
I think I know. I got the. Yeah.
Oh,
I
Oh,
didn't know the
shame on
name
me.
of the. I didn't know the
Shame on
fucking name
me.
of. I didn't know the.
do I get it? Do me and Terrell get
Oh,
a
that's
point?
You're gonna have to pause
Hold
it
on.
as soon as it gives the answer, Terrell.
Huh?
As soon as it gives the reveal, pause
Yeah.
it.
Oh,
we
I
can
didn't know.
discuss. So you can
Do
just.
me
Oh,
and
my bad.
do me and them get a me and Terrell get a point?
I'd
It
give
says
Robert on. Oh, it does say 2. Terrell
It
definitely
does say
gets
two.
it.
I didn't know the subtitle.
So
That's only
you,
the front.
Terrell definitely
'cause-
with the 2.
Not for
Shame
you.
on me.
I'm
Damn,
take
I don't
take
get-
my
I don't get
point
a
away,
point off
Robert.
that?
I'm
Come
not taking
on.
my
Only-
point.
the only reason
I got
I
that
knew-
shit. I never played any of that.
Rob-
Nah, that's
Robert,
a Terrell.
Rob-
Terrell gets a point. That's my.
That's-
I knew
Where
it was
that?
there in Kagra. I just
Where
didn't.
on
I
the
didn't.
box?
Hey man,
Oh, it's
look,
the-
if
it's
I
the
was
titty.
if I was in,
It's the
if I was in
titty.
charge, I would have
It's
given
the
myself
titty,
a point.
Look at the cleavage. It's where
Is
the
that
sword.
what it was?
All right.
I could,
Yeah, that's what it
It
was.
was the Cleveland. It was the Cleveland.
No,
the
it was right
Cleveland
here,
drought.
wasn't it?
It's
You
the boob.
sicko. You sick.
No, it wasn't the.
It wasn't the
boob.
boob. No,
It is
it
the.
was,
It is the boob. Hold on.
Go
Staring
back.
at
Go
that
back.
shit too hard.
That's the boob.
There's
No.
no boob there.
No,
That's the
Then
boob
go
right
for it.
there.
Go
What are you
back.
That's a
talking
knife.
about?
That's a blade or something.
That's the blade.
I think it's
Look
talking
where
about the
it's
top
at.
parts.
Look
So-
where it's at.
Yeah,
Oh,
whatever.
It's going across the.
It's the boob. I wasn't thinking like that's boob. I was.
All right, Max.
Fine.
Terrell was.
Fine.
Next.
He had titties on his mind, man.
Hit
Whatever.
play.
That's why he knew it was Senna and Kagura, son.
I had to feel Senna and Kagura, but
I feel like I should know this.
I think I do know this.
I
feel like I got one like this right last time.
I think I know the game.
I just don't.
Dude, you can see the fucking pixels though. Like this is.
Well, it might also just be legit clean art, you know. So
this is a pretty big picture, though. I feel like this is not that.
We'll see when it's zoomed. Remember, Terrell, pause it as soon as it reveals. Picture. Donnie, in the future, give us more time with the answer before switching to.
Donnie, in the future, you gotta make a rule set for yourself so you could let me know that I'm right. With,
you ready?
Yeah, I don't got this shit.
This
I know what it's on, but my brain I can't think right now.
I got nothing.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Oh, what the fuck?
I never even heard of it.
Wow, what the hell is that?
I did hear this. I did hear this. I heard this because I talked about on Back of the Backlog.
There ain't no way. What the fuck am I looking at?
So Majesco.
God damn.
The last game.
I've never even heard of this game, so
I've never heard of it either.
Yeah, I didn't play it.
One of the few Game Boy Advance games I still have.
That's insane.
They put it on. That's Majesco's last.
Yeah, after you reveal the Donnie, after you have the reveal, at least have like 10, 15 seconds.
No, I am. I paused it when I hit the 10.
No, I'm talking about before. Like,
I did pause
it. I did pause it.
I didn't realize. I feel like it's very quick.
I don't.
Oh,
I have no idea.
Yeah,
I feel like I should know this.
I hate that you showed me a picture of a man's face and I'm still like, who the fuck is this? This gotta be.
I feel like it's like an N64 era.
There ain't no. I'm not even gonna fucking. Hold on. You know what? Fuck it.
I'm gonna give you a. That's not N64. Yeah. I know my 64.
Okay, hit play.
All right.
Maybe I'm wrong. Don't listen to me. It could be.
This was a Hail Mary. I have no fucking.
Dude, pick game.
Skeletor.
Dude.
There's no way.
I'm giving you a D. I'm giving you a D minus to an F for these games.
Skeletor.
Come on, yo.
That was it. Come on, bro.
That's crazy.
It's over.
That was Donnie. I appreciate the effort, but that was a D minus to an F.
What have you been watching, Juice? I saw a bunch of cleavage.
That
wasn't me. It's
That's me. That's me.
So
I salute Retro for getting the ones that he did.
Yeah.
Retro wins though with 2, man.
Let's give some advice. First thing, you need more. Second thing,
usually because we do like 15, you know, we do like 15.
And second thing, make some kind of theme that it falls into, like games Robert's played.
Well, honestly, what I usually do things that I know at least like half of us would know.
And you have to don't find some obscure game and then have some zoomed in. That's just not going to work. So it's almost like it's almost like playing somebody's Mario Maker level, and I'm like, yeah, here's what you need to do. But
what the hell is a Galador?
Don't have the if you want to try again, don't
pick games that people have actually played.
Don't have the
I didn't get a single one.
Don't have the next pop up as soon as you reveal the previous one, like I said, 20-30 seconds.
I think Hobbit and Hold did a good one. I think he had a good lineup.
Yeah.
Remember last?
Yeah. So Donnie, I'm sorry.
I think we also
the closest one I got was Weeboo 2. That's how close.
Yeah, the closest one I got was.
And they were.
That's how bad I did.
I can't say they were too zoomed in just because their box arts I've never seen in my life.
Not all of them were too.
Yeah, I don't like. I legit have never seen like essentially any of them. I knew Persona Q2, but I totally forgot the name of Q2. I forgot the Q
Retro.
and the Q.
Let Retro.
I do feel you need we need 2 specific rules because again, this game, his game now had a lot of all region stuff.
Mm-hmm.
There was Japan, America exclusive because I know
worldwide.
Origins, but that never came out in Europe, for example. And we need to all come to a fucking consensus about what is admitted and what is not when it comes to the fucking names.
No, I think for that, Percy, I think if someone from the chat, they could say, hey, I think he should get a point. I think he should get a point.
Nah, because that's bullshit.
Well,
because
I agree
that's
with
anti-retro bias here and shit.
No,
you give a
I'm saying,
title,
I would have given you certain things. I would have given you certain things. Would give Terrell certain.
Yeah,
Like I feel like
no. Here's what you do. Here's how you
when
draw
you
the
start to
line.
get like if you're like in a franchise that's like Senran Kagura, none of us are going to get the same exact name.
Yeah.
So I feel like you could say Senran
If
Kagura. It's like,
it's-
okay, you got Senran Kagura, cool. You know what I mean? Like I don't
Yeah,
think
but that's
Senran
okay,
Kagura
but then you
2,
have
blah,
to
blah, blah.
apply it
What
to
the
all.
fuck? None of us, you know. But
I'd say
You know what I
that
Iridian 2, that shit wasn't fair because, I mean, Iridian 2 is the better game, but everybody remembers Iridian because, you know, it came out the same day the Game Boy Advance came out. That was one of my launch titles that I bought. So
I would say if it's a known, like if
it's kind of obscure. It's
like when
2 is kind of obscure.
Like when
Like,
you did
I didn't
Robert.
pick
Robert did Mario. We knew it was a Mario Kart game. The goal was to figure out which Mario Kart game. Or when I did that, so you had for that you'd have to say, okay, this is Mario Kart 7, not 8. But also with Terrell's guess, if it has like some subtitle after the name, what was it? The 2 that you got?
who knows?
No.
Oh, you talking about Senran Kagura?
That was
Senran
Kagura
Kagura
2.
Big old big.
You had Senran
No.
Kagura 2, so he didn't list the subtitle. That's fine. But if you said Senran Kagura 3, then I think that would be wrong. That's
No,
I know
yeah, I can
people-
agree with that. I can agree with
I know
that.
people like tricking by zooming in a lot. What I think is the funnest is like what I did, for example, with Kid Icarus Uprising, where you basically have the whole monster, and people are like, "What the fuck is that?" You know,
Mhm.
it's a big image, it's a whole creature, but you don't know what it is, even though it's a well-known game. I think that makes it fun compared to like,
That makes
even
it
though
fair,
people
yeah,
guessed
that's
it, Robert's fucking Mortal Kombat thing or Juice's
No,
Ocarina of Time thing, where you have two powers, you know.
Like in the end of the day, Mortal Kombat, that shit was iconic, and T got it because that shit's iconic. Just say
And
you don't
I-
know something iconic, that's fine.
that's one where I guessed.
Damn.
I thought it was 2.
Yeah,
I got it,
damn.
then it's
If I would have just
Even I think even Juice Nate
if I
said
would have
Mortal
just
Kombat 2 or something.
went
He
with my
said Mortal-
first
yeah.
my gut, I would have just put 1. But I was like, I think he's tricking
At the
us.
end of the day, that's an iconic ass logo. You can't even remotely like.
Oh,
Did I get the
you just didn't
exact
get it.
one?
That's fine.
Oh, Donnie, that
Did I
wasn't
get the
your
exact
video.
one?
I think you got Mortal Kombat.
Oh,
you
Donnie
did.
didn't make that video. Come on,
What do you
bro.
mean?
I thought you made the video. He's saying it's
Who didn't make
somebody
it?
else's.
Oh no!
Oh, wait, you're-
Wait, no, I thought he made it. It's on his channel.
Oh, okay. I get what he's saying now. Put the feedback in the comments. No, just listen. we're telling you. You know.
Yeah, but I say,
True, we did just get. We literally just told you. The
But
I
will say-
Write it down.
I
Go
will
back
s-
and rewatch and write it down.
I will say
Right.
and then rewatch it again for the ad reference.
I do think less of you after that list. That was a bad list. Like that was a terrible
Oh,
list.
we gotta go that far.
I appreciate you, Donnie, for doing it, but it's just more so like
Thank
it
you,
really
thank
just
you,
has to.
Donnie.
Yeah,
What goes down to
for doing that.
is
it was
games
fun, but for the
we all
wrong
know.
reasons.
Games that we all might think of, like why were we gonna know what was the name?
Kelowna?
What was it already?
Or not
Got it.
Kelowna. Gideus? Great. What was it?
I already forgot.
Gladius.
Gladius?
Oh, Gladiador or something?
Gladiador.
Galador.
Why would we think about that?
It has
game?
to-
Like, why would-
really
At the
good.
very least, it has to be a fairly well-known
I've
game.
feared of a lot
That was
of
the
games.
only one I was
and
feeling
haven't-
really good about. I was like, oh yeah, that looks like Lode Runner 3D. Totally got this one.
Gladiator.
Galador?
Well, that's why like when I'll have it. I remember I would pick out for my collection, right? And then I pick up like some random obscure indie game that recently came out. I'm not putting that on the list because I know like some of you didn't play it. So it's like, well, why would I bother putting that? Put one that at least half
gonna
the
put
people
in-
know or I've heard of, So
I'm put in
That's it.
Advent Rising. Remember that game? I'm gonna put in Galleon. Remember Galleon?
Oh,
I was so fucking.
If
hyped
I
for
was to do that,
game.
you guys wouldn't get none of this shit. I would come up with.
yeah, I'll put like
It'd be games that I actually know about and played. I wouldn't do you dirty where it's super scary.
Yeah.
I haven't even touched it, but I could do this game and nobody would answer any of that shit.
Yeah, you kind of want the end goal to be people fighting for the win, not people are fighting to get one.
I need to get
one
a
right,
point.
to get 1 point.
Yeah, it is. Felt like I was playing football.
In a
Football.
hard
or something.
mode.
But hey,
No,
look,
that
at the
was
end of the
like-
day, though, I appreciate you wanting to contribute.
Yeah,
Yeah, that for sure.
so just take the
You know?
constructive criticism. Try again.
Because I think again, like look at how Hobbit on Hold did. He picked a pretty solid list of games. I feel that was
Don't worry,
like
Donnie. They're just salty that I won.
Yeah, don't worry, Donnie. It was a unique list, very obscure in some
Fuck out of
places.
here.
Sometimes too much zoomed in, but it's just I couldn't
for
answer
a first
so many
attempt,
of
it's
them.
fine. Yeah, I think for a first attempt, it's fine. I think you just take the feedback and you just work on it. It's nothing crazy.
All right,
It's all fun and games until
or
someone
you don't just do it at all if you don't feel like it. You know, it's up to you, man. It's whatever you want to do. It's your life, yo.
After this rousing
It's
endorsement,
mine.
Shit, I was gonna
Jesus
do one, but I
Christ.
can't.
itching to do the next one, dude.
I knew that was gonna happen. I knew it was gonna
Oh man,
open
he's
on
gonna
that
cry in the
screen.
car. Oh fuck this.
Nope.
I'll
All you guys.
if I would have known that we were all gonna be on, I would have tried to make another one, but I didn't think we were
We
all
still
gonna be
gotta. I think for next time, I still want to try because you guys said it's more possible. Where I think it's not, because I always want to do like a music one.
I was
That'd
gonna
be
say that,
fucking
yeah,
great.
yeah. We should do a music one. I think a music one where you guess the, like
The video
fucking
game
just guessing
themes.
tracks.
Yeah, yeah.
Either the name or the song title
And we
name
don't do
or
like the
where the
fucking-
game's from.
And we don't do like the end credits of Garidian and shit like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
Oh,
don't
the back of the
if you
box.
don't do a music one, do a sound effect one.
Oh,
That's
jeez.
even harder. When you have music,
That's
you can keep
super
thinking
hard.
about it and stuff.
I mean that
Also,
could no. I mean, the sound effect
also
one could
some
be-
sound
Okay,
some sound effects.
Which
are
Star
really
Wars
good.
game is this sound effect from?
No, we can't. Yeah. So it obviously
Yeah,
stuff like
yeah,
that. Like
some
I don't think
rules
we could do
here.
that.
But it's,
Yeah,
it's
like a-
Rob.
yeah,
It's Rob who
yeah,
always
like a
chooses the
Mario-
generic Star Wars box art. So fucking...
You got like a Mario mushroom style, which
Because
Mario is
in the
this?
end of the day, I picked. If you know Star Wars, I picked The Force Awakens, which is only one game, which is the Lego Force Awakens. There's only one. And
Yeah,
if you know the
no, but
poster,
you
Force
zoom in on like a Star Destroyer. It could be fucking anything.
No. But
Exactly.
it's the placement. It's literally the
Nah, fuck
Force
that.
Awakens poster.
All
And
right,
then
so
also
we're gonna play an
same thing
impromptu screenshot guessing game from mine.
Okay.
No.
I'll give you the category. We're only
So
gonna do a
it's
couple.
From Juice's things.
God damn
I'm gonna give you
it.
the category.
It's
Horizon
regret-
Forbidden West.
PS4
I
games.
win.
PS4
Fuck it.
games.
It's what is it?
Horizon Forbidden West.
You're
Fucking...
telling me it's not an N64 game? That's crazy.
I'm gonna share the
Is that what
screen.
you- I
First
hope
one to
that's not
get
what
it
he's
right
saying.
gets the point.
He better
Ready?
not have said some shit like
Do we just say that out loud?
Oh, shit.
that. Isn't that
Be any fucking realistic.
Isn't
Can I
that-
say it?
Say it.
hey, that's a
I'm
PS4.
pretty sure that's Days Gone.
Oh, ding, ding,
Oh, wait
ding.
there a
Retro
second.
death.
I'm not on
I
the
was gonna
stream.
think of Days Gone, but
I haven't
I
played
feel
that
like
crap.
this is incredibly limited. This is
Is Days
incredibly-
Gone?
Now I have to close it because I gotta open the next photo.
Oh Lord,
Oh, that means I gotta sit here and keep hitting open stream, close stream.
I hate
Fuck
this
outta
man.
here.
This was not. This is worse. This is worse than Donnie's game.
Yeah,
Hey, I'm trying to help make Donnie's game look better.
You doing
yeah, that's
Yeah,
what you're
damn
doing.
it. I hate how it saved with the game title in the fucking.
I need to bust out some more riddles for you guys, man. Shit, let's go.
This is all because of
Yes, you need to do that
retro...
again. Do some Nintendo fraud and Nintendo. What was
No, because
Alright,
last time
share-
you still hated on me with Buster Douglas. You can forget.
fucking Buster McBaggins, whatever his
Alright.
name was.
Buster McGaggins, what the fuck?
Buster Roger Rat.
Is that
Oh,
Kano?
how's
Is that Kano?
Is this oh goddamn? Did you say no? Is
First person
Immortal?
to guess it
Or-
right.
Is it
Oh,
Kano?
what was
No.
that? That
Not
was not
Kano.
Immortals.
Go back to the other picture. I
PS4.
wanna
This is
see.
Not
PS4.
Immortals.
Wait,
No.
specifically
Immortals.
PS4?
Not Immortals.
A PS4 game that
Not
you play?
Immortals.
Mm-hmm.
And it
This
looks
is a
like
screenshot
this.
I took.
It's a PS4 game.
Oh
Gravity
wait,
Rush
it's
2.
not the cover of a game. It's a screenshot.
Yeah, it's a screenshot.
Gravity Rush 2.
It's
no.
a screenshot.
I don't think Gravity
It's,
Rush
It's
Let me click up. Let me
it's
zoom out a little
paper.
bit.
that doesn't help.
No, you ain't play that shit.
I don't know what the fuck this is.
Wait.
That's really correct.
Yep.
Oh, it's
Ratchet and Clank.
Dreams.
Dreams. That said it.
Oh, Ratchet and Clank.
Oh, that's
I said
fucking
Dreams.
Lord.
Oh,
I
shit.
saw his
Nobody played that
stripes.
trash either, bro.
And I play. I enjoy it a lot.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
my bad.
who's
I
that
forgot
dork
Robert.
on the screen?
All right.
Ew.
One more.
I gotta say that was a good one though, because I didn't realize that.
Well, yeah, because he zoomed in like a motherfucker, and you had to go through the smallest of games that Juice has played. On
How you
the
gonna?
PS4.
Yeah,
Well, then you would think you would get it if it was that.
Yeah.
You know, it was smallest.
you zooming in on a screenshot could
Wait,
be
I
anywhere
didn't know
in
it.
any world. Get that
Oh,
shit
it's
out of
Ratchet
here,
and
man.
Clank reboot. For some reason, I was thinking
The-
Rift in Time.
Rift Apart, my man.
Yeah, it's the reboot.
God, he played that thing.
30 frames per second. Oh.
I said PS4 there, Terrell.
Dude,
PS4.
When I think Ratchet and Clank, I'm immediately thinking Rift Apart, or I'm thinking of whatever game for series.
Sony fans are.
No, they're thinking $70.
They're thinking, oh, I didn't buy that game.
See, hey, you're not wrong. That's besides the point, sir.
All right,
They're thinking graphical showcase.
Here's the last one.
I put it on my list, but I didn't buy it.
It's on my wish list.
My,
That's Gravity Rush.
Yeah. My show-off list.
You sure?
It's gotta be.
Oh, it's not?
You sure?
Not.
That Gravity Rush 2?
Are you saying
Blade 2.
Oh no! See, I knew.
Or
Yeah,
remastered or
he
something?
tried to fuck. He tried to fuck
I
with
tried
me.
to trick.
I'm like,
I tried to trick you.
You switching it up. That's some bullshit.
He wouldn't just give me a confirmation. Oh no, bro. Like,
He literally switched it up.
That was too easy.
Hey, listen. Also,
too easy.
I played
just get
the game.
another one of them realistic looking backgrounds,
Yep.
and then it literally could just be any of them. So
I was saying,
one.
Gravity Rush.
I got
You going to
one.
give me a Gravity Rush? I actually played Gravity Rush. You couldn't get me on that one.
it if you put a realistic looking background, it could legitimately be thousands of games.
All right, this one.
You know?
I think
This will
that's
be
the
the
problem.
one to end it all. If somebody gets it, then they get a...
God damn it.
Bloodborne.
Nope.
Wait.
3, 2, Resident Evil 3,
Near
Resident Evil
Automata.
2.
I
Oh,
never-
Oh, that might be Resi.
Never played it.
That might be Resi.
Nope.
Is it Elden Ring?
No, PS4.
No, it's PS4.
PS4.
This
You
is from
got
my
Uncharted Lost
PS4
Legacy.
Pro. This was when I
Right.
took all
Bring
my
it back
photos.
to slice of video. Zoom it out to slice of it. Oh,
Shit, what's
Final
the
Fantasy VII remake.
samurai game?
Oh god damn it, that might be it actually.
Nope.
No, that's not. If he didn't say, he didn't say.
Son,
Damn, these
Those
fucking
are
realistic
shit
visuals,
now.
man, they drive me crazy.
Oh, it's
Why
oh,
can't
Devil
I-
May
Devil May
Cry.
Cry. Devil May Cry 5.
Clocked it started saying it first.
Fuck. It took me a minute until I saw the red on the side. I was like, oh, that's Devil May Cry. I forgot.
Yeah, it
You
is.
could have shown me this, I wouldn't have known.
Yeah, to be honest, because I haven't played the
What do you
game.
mean,
yet,
Retro? That's you in the picture, right? Oh, my bad.
He wishes.
God damn it.
I
Devil
thought
May-
black was your favorite color.
Games is some bullshit.
All right.
I want to see Retro with a hood on. Just walking in a damn dark alley.
I didn't take certain photos. The realistic ones, I barely have any photos for.
Understandable though, to be fair, because
I mean,
it's
Spider-Man
very
probably the
similar
most.
looking. You know, they look great, but they're similar looking.
But
They all look the same. God damn.
They look like what we look like out here.
Wait, the 40
Out here.
out here in my house, bitch. What? Damn, the sky's crazy out here.
it's crazy how bad.
Yo,
these
look at all
zoomed
the
in, though.
blue.
Blue, blue sky.
Oh, I got
Mr. Blue.
Okay,
Sky.
this one we're just. This is just gonna be
Guess
guess.
what that is?
Guess.
Guess.
what-
Guess. Can you see it? Guess.
That's exactly what we're about to play, T.
Dreamcast controller.
Just tell me if you can't. Oh shit! They title the fucking games in the fucking top.
Yeah,
of the
that would be
screen.
probably like, what
You
is
gotta
this?
rename it. Rename it to 12.
I'm going to, but I was gonna be
what
like.
game is this, man? What game is this?
Like,
I was,
no.
it was less about what game. This one was gonna be what are
Demonic.
you looking at? Like what
Looks
thing?
like a couple of short nails to me.
Yeah, they cut him recently, you know.
You've been filing them and shit.
Robert seems like
Nah,
a
nah.
chew on his nails kind of guy.
Wow.
Are ya?
What happened?
How you
Do
gonna
you chew
say that
on your
about
nails?
that?
Me? No.
Some people do, man. It's like I don't understand how you even do that. I
My
can't.
my
chew.
dad,
What do you mean,
my
how?
dad did.
You-
My dad. I remember
I
my
can't
dad
bite
always
through my
biting his
fucking
nails.
nails.
You use your teeth. And
Dude,
you
my nails
bite
are
down.
too thick.
I don't know how either, because don't you have to like bite really hard then to go?
No, you use the.
No, you don't.
use
You don't actually bite your nail off with your teeth.
Yeah.
Bruh.
I
Yo.
can't even
like-
get it
like
The
started.
corner.
I used to
Use
do
your-
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
as a-
exactly. T
yeah.
got it. T
Yeah,
got
you get the
it.
corner and you peel.
Yeah,
It's
you
kind of like
Yeah,
sugar.
exactly.
How do you
I thought
stop
you
it
like-
from going up too far?
Well, I mean, you don't. I
Put a
mean,
little crack in your fingernail. You,
Yeah.
You break it.
exactly.
I used to do that as a
Yeah,
kid.
in
like-
there
yeah,
like
like-
a fucking
My
Gary
parents
mouth.
did, Like my
Fucking
parents,
nailed
they
it.
both like
Immediately
this
nailed
thing.
it. Knew exactly what the fuck he was talking about.
I've never done
Yeah, I'm a
it.
nail, but I used
All
to
right,
be anyway. I don't
so
do it.
this is a
I used to do it as a kid, and my parents would buy like this nail stuff they would put on the fingernails, and I would do it, and it would like taste
Oh,
like
what?
fucking
What are
I'm
you
gonna
ass.
doing,
slowly
dog?
zoom out, one click at a time.
What the
Is this
Like an asshole, bro.
wait. Is this still PS4?
Yeah.
Resident Evil 3 remake.
like
God, I'm trying to
diarrhea.
zoom
What is
out and
that,
it's
bro?
zooming in on the stream.
What in the world? Am I
Resident
looking
Evil
at?
3 remake.
Body
It does
Wars.
it does kind of like
It's
Resident Evil.
Nemesis.
It's not
Looks
Nemesis.
like a blood. Looks like a what do you call it?
That does look like Resi though. I would.
Oh, wait.
What the hell? Why is it zooming like that?
I don't know. It's
Hellblade.
fine on my end, but the
Xenoblade
stream-
Chronicles.
No, that's a hand. Fucking.
It is a
okay. It's a
hand.
hand, so you got that part right.
Well, I
Hellblade.
always thought it was a hand, but what is it from?
No, did you know?
Dementium?
What?
The
Yeah,
fucking
she
samurai
has
game. I
got
forgot the
tattoos,
goddamn
I
name. Ghost of
I
Tsushima.
see some zombie-looking creatures. What is that over there?
You got some tattoos.
No, it's
on it.
Last of
another
Us.
person.
Last of Us
What the
Part
hell?
2.
It does kind of like Last of Us.
What do you think's wrong with his hand, Retro?
Days Gone.
It looks
Ah,
like
Days
it's,
Gone.
I think somebody took some blowtorch to it or
There's
something.
a tattoo. Yeah, that's a fucking.
Are you saying
a
it's Days Gone?
motorcyclist.
Oh, it's Days Gone then.
Oh, that wasn't. That was Deacon. Sorry, I thought it was his brother. I don't know what that
Yeah.
is. Is that supposed to be a scar or a
His
tattoo?
left hand looks janky.
It's
as
just
fuck.
funny how
Uh,
bad.
It's just,
he,
Zoomed in, how
Remember,
bad.
he gets. I mean, like,
What's he
seriously,
holding on
Remember,
to?
remember,
gets
retro.
similar
He's
treatment.
holding on to
hold on
thin
to the
air.
back, man.
Remember,
You're
retro.
You're supposed to be
Tell
grabbing
that
this
shitty
bar.
resolution.
Supposed to be grabbing that bar, I think.
Is that what he's grabbing?
I have no idea.
Yeah, he's totally missing that bar.
This is like Shulk eating the sandwich. There might be
grabbing
something
his
there.
ass.
There might be.
Yeah, how Shogi goes out.
Dog at least has it clip his
There
face.
might be some
though.
hooks there or something that are.
That's like
What is
when
he?
they
What is he?
climb-
What is he?
that's
What
like-
is he? Wolverine? The
But
fuck?
It's like when they
They'll make
climb
it
ladders in
game.
video games and they don't actually grab the ladders.
Hey man, you gotta play The Last of Us Part 2, bro. Everything touches everything, yo.
Especially
I don't
Robert
think everything
touching
should
him.
be touching everything, man.
Don't touch me. son.
Everybody and everything touches
Respectful.
everything.
Everybody touches
This
everything
is proof.
and everyone.
This is
man.
proof of what Robert just said.
What?
Everything touches everything in this game.
Is that a
See,
real?
look
wait,
at
is
her
that-
hand is on her face. There's
Yeah,
no,
her
Wait,
hand is on her
wait.
face.
that
Oh wait,
is
that's a
on her
legit
face.
cutscene. I thought she was choking her.
No. Her hand is on her face. Her hand is on her hand. She's on top.
That's what happens when you have.
I don't like any of this. I don't
That's
like
what
any of
happens
these
when a
statements.
single guy plays a
Her
video
head is on
game.
the pillow. Her head is on the pillow. You know what I'm saying? Everything.
Her head's
touches
clipping.
It's a
Her hair. Her
cutscene.
hair.
There's no
Her
clipping.
hair-
No. Even
her hair is clipping
also,
the
it's,
pillow,
it's
man.
all in game. And
There's
also,
no clip. There's also no
and-
butt. Her back goes
Her
right to her
ass
leg.
is flat as
all
fuck,
in
man.
in the
Look like a
actual
piece
game.
of cheese, man. Look like
While in the game too,
what's wrong with her neck? I'm sorry, my bad.
while in the game too, they also everything's interact.
Mm-hmm.
Can I kill her interactively? Like,
They don't have any mystery handoffs where.
What?
Oh, I hate those. What was
Here,
I
hold out
playing?
your
They-
hand.
Recently, they did that
Oh,
shit. in.
thanks. Somebody did a live action thing of that where they're making
Is
fun
it
of that.
Forbidden West?
Yeah, they show everything off screen. It's below camera.
Yeah, it's annoying as shit.
Because I'm like,
They're
what did I
actually giving
get?
each
It
other
doesn't
hand
even.
jobs, man.
Take this.
It
Can you
doesn't
see
even
my
tell
hand
you
status?
what you fucking got. I think you have to like. Maybe there's some small text somewhere, but
Because it's probably inappropriate, bro. They're actually
no,
giving
they hand you a
jobs
weapon.
underneath.
I had this good weapon. I didn't even know that's what I got. I went to my weapon. Like, when did I get this? Like, that's a fucking strong ass bow. Like, who the hell gave me that?
You don't see the little pop up that you acquired.
I probably just missed it. I have
You
my
missed it?
my HUD set to
Oh, you have your HUD. Okay,
dynamic, and almost the only thing was the
games.
compass. Anyway, what else we got?
Let's talk about. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, you got something.
No, the only thing I was gonna bring up is I don't know if anyone saw it. For some reason, the conversation with Sony and $70 games came back up recently, and I don't know if something happened or if they've just doubled down on it in the fandom.
I saw there was a lawsuit for their online. I don't know if that was true.
Yeah, I saw that at $5 billion
for
like-
what? Why?
because they've been overcharging people apparently for online game from the store. So
Really?
there's like a class action lawsuit for like $5 billion. What's
That ain't
I think you overcharged by $5 billion. What the hell did they do?
Overcharge how? Like forcing people to buy
in the
certain...
UK. I think it's only in the UK only.
By forcing them to only buy like they get rid of the PS4 version on the eShop or the Sony's store.
Yeah.
So you have to buy the $70
one.
I
didn't look at it, but
or is it that you just can't
because they don't have sales? I don't.
You can't what's it called when the PS Plus when they auto renew?
Clocked it. Jeez.
No, that's they don't do that. They already changed their policy. Like with Nintendo, they had changed something with the auto renew. No, it's something about the pricing of games on their online store.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
So,
wait, hold on. Let me. It's time to Google.
It ain't gonna go anywhere. I mean,
Also, can we talk about the fact that everybody losing their mind about Microsoft? Meanwhile, the Embracer Group quietly buying everything. Quietly buying up everything.
They bought up limited run games now. They bought up.
Oh, did they?
They
someone
got Lord
else.
of the Rings IP.
Who does?
Embracer Group.
Oh, really?
They got
that name does sound familiar.
THQ Nordic.
Yeah, that's THQ Nordic. That they recently they have a lot more people.
Hey,
they just bought the Tomb Raider stuff. They bought all the Square Enix guys.
I'll be there.
They own everything right now, bro.
But if I'm being completely honest, man, like I was saying before, like those types of companies, like clearly they're doing good with them. So like they're using like a lot of the IPs and they're doing a bunch of stuff with it. So if I want like Crystal Dynamics and all to be owned by somebody to use their IPs, I know Embracer is going to use them more than Square Enix, and that's why I said like, at least with that, like to me, it's honestly a really.
I'm just glad it ain't Tencent. That's I'm glad it's not Tencent.
Man, licensed IPs go fucking everywhere. I kind of have no affiliation with them. The only thing you don't like is when they are restricted to a single platform. So at least this group, they don't own any consoles.
Yeah.
And they can still multi-platform these games like the Lord of the Rings games and stuff. So you still guys, it's not like Sony or Spider-Man or anything.
To me, it's are you making games? You're buying all this shit, but are you doing anything with it? That's all. That's mostly what I care about.
So, what you guys saying is Embracer is THQ Nordic? Is that it?
Yeah, THQ Nordic is owned by them, which is I know you love that company.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, because THQ died in the past, and Nordic died, and all the studios died, and they fucking came back, and they're taking a whole new approach. As they're not just like getting all these like IP and stuff. But they're fucking releasing shit. Like we were just talking about, like Wave Race and all that shit. They're doing all that shit. They're bringing all these old-ass fucking obscure games back that people have loved in the past. They're bringing
we had two new Darksiders games.
They're making new stuff. Like the SpongeBob stuff. They're making a new SpongeBob stuff. Now they're bringing all these old-ass RTS shit back.
Here's what I like that I think everybody's missing. Here's the thing I like the most. They bought up limited run games, right? What does limited run games do?
Fuck that company.
Make limited run games?
They make physical copies of games that, probably won't get them.
Right.
My guess is with all the IPs that they have, they're going to be released new physical copies of games that we haven't seen in a long time, or that are only digital.
Yeah.
I think that's also a thing that they're going to be doing. So I'm excited for that because forever physical, you know what I'm saying?
That's why, like I was like, dude, Embracer Group is becoming a juggernaut, yo. They got so much shit.
Yeah, I mean, they're making a new South Park.
You see that pie chart?
Yeah, and I'm like, wait, what? I'm like, who? These guys came out like the name came out of nowhere. I noticed after the Square Enix thing, but when that's why like
quietly buying everything, quietly taking over.
And if I'm being completely honest, so like, but if I want. I'd rather them than a lot of other companies buying them, if I'm being honest with you. Just because
at least
of what they've been doing,
with
what they've been doing, and they've been talking about, we want to, they want to see more like legacy of game shit, like shit that they don't even talk about. And I'm like, okay, cool. That's it. Like, Square Enix was going to do anything with that, so it's like, okay.
THQ had their Nintendo Direct thing a couple of weeks ago, like a week ago or something, and they still have about 25 unannounced games that they haven't even shown out of like the 46 they're working on. Like they're non-stop pumping out shit all the time.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. Yeah, like you said, like they're doing a whole sequel to Battle for Bikini Bottom that people love. They're making a sequel 20 fucking years later.
Yeah,
You know, like,
I actually saw the trailer,
and it looks good. It looks good.
My only thing is that I've heard about a lot of what they plan to do. I haven't seen much yet.
I've seen a little bit.
That's also Microsoft's problem.
Well, Microsoft, I don't know what this has also been weird because this year, do we have anything else from Microsoft coming this year? At all?
Goddamn. Well, they got third party.
They have
exclusives.
that one like turn-based looking weird, like I forget what kind of genre.
Pentiment.
It is. Yeah.
They got Pentiment, yeah. But
that's first party.
Is that comes out this year?
Yeah. It's supposed to.
Okay.
Third party exclusives. They got High on Life and Scorn.
Yeah.
That comes out this year.
I swear, Scorn.
Yeah, it does.
There was like a long preview Scorn from like a year or two ago on PC. I can't believe like that game isn't out yet.
Which one?
Scorn.
Oh yeah.
We saw.
Okay, I see. Yeah, High Life was pushed.
Not a AAA studio. It's a small studio.
Which one's Scorn? Is that the alien looking one?
Alien looking one.
Yeah, the HR Giger.
Yeah.
I figured they would. I mean, at this point, they need to.
I'm excited for High on Life. High on Life looks hilarious.
Even if they're gonna pretty much say fuck it for this year, they at least need to put out some announcements for like something in the near future.
They just did though. They did the whole year. The whole next year.
They didn't really give you a time period. They just said next
12 months.
Yeah,
I don't believe.
I guess you're right there.
Well, we know they could put all that shit out in the 12th month. We don't know what the fuck. You know,
yeah.
Starfield's gonna be end of the year next year.
But still, I do think. What is it? The vampire shooter game. I do think that'll be early.
You know, Back for Blood or no?
Redfall or something.
Redfall, yeah.
I think that'll be like February.
That game is gonna die so
I have
fast.
no interest.
I think it.
March. I think it's gonna be around there.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's a good
man.
studio, good team. They got.
I mean, I
wasn't
realize
interested at all until I saw it recently. And I was like, oh, looks pretty good.
I didn't realize the whole THQ Nordic because I forgot to watch. I actually have to watch this.
I got a reaction.
They had a lot of stuff.
There's a lot of stuff in there.
There's a lot of stuff, and it's like I didn't know all these games were them.
And they just got like Tomb Raider and Deus Ex. Don't forget that shit.
Yeah. And they got it for cheap as hell. They got it for really cheap.
Well, I think
I'm sure that Microsoft was looking at them like, "What? What do you mean you guys got it for that amount? That's I'm fucking annoying.
That's highway robbery."
Square's about to get bought. It might be Sony.
But oh God, please no.
I think so.
Honestly, let them embrace it.
They're dropping their dead weight. They're getting rid of their Western studio stuff. I think.
To be fair, to me, they've been needing to do that anyway because.
Well, only because they haven't done shit. They haven't done.
Well, that's the reason. Well, that's the reason why I bring it up. Like, I felt like Square. I think Square did that. Like a lot of other Japanese companies did that during like the 2000s. Yeah, like when they were trying to, pretty much when everyone was chasing the Western dollar. Everybody was making Western games and shit. And then like you got a couple games.
Was the worst.
Oh, Capcom was fucking terrible.
They were terrible, bro.
And they made a couple games and they didn't really do as well as they wanted them to, and they kind of just left them on the table. Now Square, I think, kept doing things to a degree, and then they
would blame the studios and shit. Like,
yeah, like, who the fuck does that dumb shit? That was
Like,
and so now they're just like, fuck it, we give up. We're going back to Japan. Fuck them.
Yeah.
We're gonna make our own Japanese games, and they're gonna look like Western games. They're gonna sell millions of dollars.
I know. I mean, I used to is more. I know everybody hates Microsoft because they buy this and they keep that.
I think the hatred.
Sony got exposed for doing that. Finally, I've been saying this shit for decades that they've been doing that. They've never gotten the heat for it. For keeping shit off of other consoles. They did it to Nintendo. They did it to Microsoft. And they basically had a Game Pass tax. if you put your shit on Game Pass, you were basically taxed. All this shit's coming out because of
You talk about your Sony.
the Activision stuff. And Brazil don't give a shit. They share all that shit. They don't give a damn. They putting all the business out there.
They do it. So, fuck it. I like the tea. I'm from the South. That's all we drink is tea.
So you're finally seeing the dirty ass shit. Also crossplay. They were basically didn't want. We all knew they didn't want crossplay because they were talking shit about it from the beginning. You know, the best place to play is on PlayStation. So they didn't want it. They got forced into doing crossplay. And he got exposed for, again,
the problem
taxing people for putting not wanting crossplay in their games.
The reason why it took so long to get them exposed, though, is because for whatever reason, I would say almost out the gate, Sony became like the golden child of the industry for a while. Like motherfuckers, because all that shit was coming, all that shit was coming out about Nintendo and how they were pretty much like mafia style holding the gaming industry for a while. And Sony just like, well, we're gonna work with developers and we got DVDs and shit. Like we're gonna listen to our partners, but like they were doing shady shit in the background too, or they were doing things that weren't so savory.
And Saturn died, and obviously it was some of Sega's fault. But it was a lot of fucking Sony's fault as well. They were keeping fucking games off the Saturn, sequels and shit. That's why you got no Tomb Raiders. None of that shit came to the Saturn because Sony was paying money hatting for that shit. So
no more IDOS games, no more Psygnosis games.
Right.
All fucking gone.
And they just kind of
they were doing some dirty shit back then. But,
and it was weird. Sony never got called out for that until
never got called for it.
I think really Sony's been the golden child of the gaming industry since I would say only up until recently. Up until recently is when the moods kind of shifted.
Like I'll give a few chinks in the armor during the PS3 era.
The PS3 era was probably the beginning of them starting to get hoed out, but like even the PS4 was relatively clean, partially because of Sony because of Xbox and Nintendo fucking
Xbox
up.
took they shit the bed.
Yeah, they both shit the bed, but like, but now we're in a situation where Xbox
they stole some Virtual Fighter stuff in order to make Tekken.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I did hear about that.
Yeah, they
dirty,
remember
bro.
Tekken 1 in the arcade was pretty much a PlayStation 1 hardware inside the arcade board. That's what Tekken 1 was made for. Sony done all of that. They done so much shit back then, man. It just trickled over.
I think part of it is that a lot more people like PlayStation than like Microsoft. So
yeah,
you tend to, and we do it too for Nintendo. You tend to like let shit sweep under the rug for shit that you like. When it's shit that you don't care about, it's easy to say, "Oh, Microsoft is terrible." Well, a lot of people like Sony. A lot of people love Sony. So it was harder for people to accept that. Even with Nintendo was doing some shady ass shit during the NES and Super Nintendo era, just mafia shit, like you were saying. And we kind of we like Nintendo though.
We accepted it, and then another company came along, and then all of a sudden, and Nintendo was like, "Oh fuck," and then we just didn't, and we just like, they
got out Yamauchi'd during the PS1 and 64 era, bro.
It's just interesting that it took this long for Sony to get put in a similar position. Even then, it's still not as bad as how like.
Nowhere near as bad.
Because the way Nintendo got hold out was disrespectful. Even in Sega, it was even worse. But fucking, the thing that came up today, I saw on Twitter was people were talking about. Someone was talking about Xenoblade 3. They were like, "Man, I wish Xenoblade 3 was on the PS5." And people in the comments were like, "Why?" And he was like, "Because PlayStation's a home for JRPGs, and of all the generations to say that." In some generations, you could have said that and you would have been perfectly okay. This generation, I don't think that holds weight, buddy. You can't fucking say that shit. It's the misconception that Sony's still on like this high ass platform, and I'm like, it ain't been like that in a minute, like.
Nah.
Because people want to talk about how Nintendo endorsed franchises. Shit, what Sony rocks like maybe 5 a generation, it feels like, and then that's about it.
If you're gonna list all the
they don't get hit with
JRPGs
that
released
either.
on each console, like you ain't getting close to Nintendo Switch.
Oh,
at
you
this point.
guys, you only got Mario, Zelda, blah blah blah. I'm like, well, let's look at your stuff that just keeps coming out. you have Last of Us, you have God of War, you got Gran Turismo, and you got
Uncharted.
Well, now you got Horizon, but what's the other game?
Ratchet.
You had
even...
I said God of War, right? Right.
Well, it would
Ratchet,
be it would.
really.
Or you talking about maybe Infamous?
Oh, Uncharted. Well, now, but now there's no Uncharted, so.
Well, it's not just that. They have like The Last of Us, and they also have like The Last of Us Remastered, and then The Last of Us Remake, and the remake remastered, and now the movie or the show.
I don't.
Too, and they don't get the same scrutiny.
Well, you know why? Because what they'll do is they'll overload you on an IP. That's their way of handling their IP. Like, think about it. When you look at the PS3 generation, you got 3 Uncharted games on one console, and then you jumped over to the PS4 and got 2 more. One of which was a new game, and the other one I think was the collection, right?
Well, and you had Lost Legacy.
Oh yeah, Lost Legacy, or I'm trying to think of another good example because Uncharted was one. Last of Us is
Little
weird.
Big Planet, I think. The one, all 3 on the previous one, on PlayStation 3, whatever.
They were.
Killzone
trilogy.
Killzone lived and died on the same console, bro.
Resistance wasn't there like 3 Resistance games on
Resistance?
Sony and it's funny because the PS3 has more PlayStation IPs than the PS4 does.
Yeah.
The PS4 kind of just said, we're gonna give you a couple new IPs and then kind of do something with some of them. Like you got Bloodborne, pay
for, exclusive shit for Call of Duty and call it a night.
Yeah, because like when you look at the PS4, what is the only I think is the
top
only
games? Call of Duty. That's what the top games are.
Yeah.
Well, that's why they're so fucking nervous with the whole Activision thing, man. You know,
exactly.
Because that's all.
I keep saying, man. Imagine if Microsoft actually was like, you know what?
Fuck it.
Fuck you. We're gonna make this shit actually exclusive. Genuinely, it would be devastating. It would be. It would be a literal flip flop overnight. I genuinely believe that you would see the numbers drastically change overnight, and it's because it's the best selling game every year.
Yeah. But you want to talk about keeping exclusives to your console? I won't be able to play Wolverine anywhere else. I can't play Spider-Man anywhere else.
You play on Marvel PC. Play it on Steam Deck.
Knights of the Old Republic. You lock that down. Like what? Like
that's right.
Except that just changed studio.
Xbox game at first.
Did that just change studios?
Final Fantasy somewhere else other than PC? Nope.
No. Hell, even Street Fighter was locked down for a while.
Street Fighter was locked on PS4. So it's like, if you got to be fair. If you're gonna, complain about.
Well, I guess they said because that was their thing. Is like when they were. It was funny because when the way they talked to Brazil, they were like, look, it's like there's literally nothing that compares to Call of Duty. Like they're the way they were saying it.
Nobody can compete.
They were shitting bricks, man. That they're in, and I don't blame them, man. If Microsoft really wanted to just dominate, they could now. Like it wouldn't.
They're not going to though, because they're kind of stupid.
But they don't want to. They want to keep it on.
It said it didn't make sense revenue wise. It's like, well, why would we cut off that revenue stream?
Yeah.
We just spent $70 billion. Yeah. Why would you cut off, all that money that, put that shit on Game Pass.
Because then imagine if
$70.
Because then maybe they could kind of, if they could technically convince Bill Gates to be like, hey, we have a plan to actually destroy PlayStation right now. You went with this. If we might
I don't know. He might have cared about that 20 years ago. I don't know about.
Yeah, but Xbox ain't about that. And that's what frustrates a lot of Xbox.
No, I know they're not about that anymore. But I'm saying, if they really wanted to now, they could. And it's crazy. And that's why they're shitting bricks, because there's the potential that one day they're like, all right, we could be losing this fucking brand right now if we lose this damn franchise. That's literally the top one every year.
I hope if
did
nothing
they lock
else.
Ori? Did they lock Minecraft? Minecraft is huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did they lock that to?
I'd be curious. I'd be curious with this realization, if nothing else, if Sony would at least recognize we might need to start reinvesting some IPs again because
they are.
And
the
guys...
thing is, because they got
they gotta get their own like first person shooter type thing, you know.
Well, no, that's what
Bungie,
was supposed to be.
They bought Bungie. I think they're gonna bring. I think they're gonna be bringing back stuff like Killzone, because they
under Bungie. That could be cool.
Right. I think Bungie is gonna bring out Killzone because they have like a 10-game.
That could be cool though. You know, having a Bungie.
They might bring back Resistance. They might bring back all this shit because they're trying to do the games as a service thing now with Bungie. So
did you guys hear that the Knights of the Old Republic remake has completely switched developers?
I just saw that, yeah.
Yeah, because Aspire was ass, and they couldn't handle the game.
That tells me it's going to be probably in development hell like Metroid Prime. They switched.
No, Embracer Group said, because that's who owns it, by the way.
They own both companies, by the way. They own both companies.
Yeah, they said there's no delay, and I'm like, what? How is there no delay? First of all, there was no release
year.
so technically, I guess you're telling the truth, but there's no release date. So yeah, there's not going to be a delay because you didn't give us a release. That's some slick shit you just said there.
That's
there's no way you fire an entire company because they failed. They basically they saw a demo of the game and they were like, well, you're fucking fired. Mm-hmm. They fired everybody.
That's what Microsoft should have did with 343.
The game still comes out in a timely fashion.
Oh, how damn!
It's like a Metroid Prime 4 kind of scenario.
I knew you were salivating over there to say that. It's just like Metroid.
Bro, look at this. Look at this. I didn't even notice this. So if you look at Saber Interactive, right? Saber Interactive, they're acquired by Embracer Group, right? And then I'm thinking Saber Interactive is the company. And all of a sudden, subsidiaries. There's like a line of, it's like, what is this? 20 different studios under Saber Interactive. How's that even possible?
Bro, they got a ton of shit.
Yeah, Saber's done again, not a shit.
But Saber's listed
Saber
as
Interactive has studios too. I'm like,
they're an excellent port factory. Remember that?
They are. Yep. You're right.
So they're going to be porting a lot of shit.
That's what I knew them for mainly.
Yeah, but what I didn't know is that the 4A Games, the guys who make Metro.
Oh, that's a good one.
Right?
That's a good one,
is owned by Saber Interactive, which is owned by Embracer Group. What the fuck? I didn't know that. I didn't know that they own the Metro license too. Jesus Christ, these guys own everything, bro. I did not know that Embracer was that big.
I told you they own a lot of shit, bro.
That's crazy. Like, if you look at this list, look at this. Slipgate Ironworks. I'm like, where do I know
pie
that?
chart? The pie chart is the funniest shit ever.
If you look at Slipgate Ironworks, what do they make? Ghost Runner. I just played Ghost Runner. I love that game, which is owned by Saber Interactive, which is owned by Embracer Group. That's crazy. That's insane. That's crazy. I did not know this.
A lot of consolidation.
I did not know that. I thought Saber Interactive was its own studio.
I thought it was just one little studio. One studio.
I did not know they themselves own studios.
That's crazy. But we gotta get out of here. It's
Bro,
9 o'clock. Clock looks like he's about to fall asleep.
He's checked out. I'm done.
But
I'm all right. We're good.
Terrell, when I know you're gonna be moving, you're gonna make the next podcast or
no? I was gonna tell you. I was gonna wait until afterwards to tell you, but yeah, okay. No.
So probably the.
But that means
last
the next
time in a long
you'll
time
be
we'll have
your new location.
Hopefully, the last thing that needs to be put in is carpet, which is being done this week. So next week will be the transitioning of items and everything.
What you got to do is you got to take your webcam, get out of the shot, and do a screenshot of your background and green screen.
Yeah. You should.
When you move, so we can still all be comfortable because we know that background.
You should.
I might do that the first.
I did that.
I might do that the first stream.
Let me see if I can.
Money.
I did that with I did that for my theater room, and I can barely tell the difference when I'm actually sitting there. So I don't have my green screen, but so I took for those.
Does Discord have that green screen thing you can use?
I'm switching to OBS. So the webcam's not.
It's not as reliable.
The webcam's not on, but yeah, I took this photo and then I green screened myself, and if I had better lighting. I was like, I'm going to start filming in the room. And I'm looking like that looks fake. Like I was literally there. I know I was in the room, and it looks just to me it looks indistinguishable from the green
That's
screen
funny.
one. Because I bought this USB extension, 20-foot extension cord, so I could put the microphone in there, and I was like, man, it looks the same as it did. But
yeah,
anyway,
so you gotta do something like that, Tro, where you just have it like literally just
That's great.
I was gonna say
That's just on OBS or something, is it?
yeah.
No, I'm using just Discord.
That's Discord. Yep.
What's the option of Discord?
Yeah, it's on
you
there.
have 4 options.
Yeah, Discord has that
3.
shit now, yeah.
You can import pictures though.
Yeah, but you gotta pay.
Oh, all right.
Oh, dude.
Never mind.
Mm-hmm.
This one. I'm in a very concerning
dude.
Demonetized. Thank you. We just got demonetized.
Dude.
We
got a super chat. Falcon Black after the that
right after
image.
the demonetization, you
Anyone
got
getting
the
Splatoon OLED. Getting mine this week. There's a Splatoon OLED.
Oh yeah, there is a Splatoon OLED.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is.
10 pounds. What is it? I heard the dollar and the pounds are even now. Is that true?
Pretty much, yeah.
Because there's a
That's
big
bad
discrepancy.
for somebody. Who is it? Who's that bad for?
Thank you, Falcon.
That's bad for me.
I'm gonna put that
Bad for
towards
you
the
guys.
Switch OLED Splatoon edition.
Why are you lying?
Just kidding.
Yeah, it's that's
Well, I gotta play it.
That's 1178
I'll probably get it for Xenoblade Chronicles 3, the OLED.
You could put that towards Xenoblade Chronicles 3, man. That's 1178.
It's a very nice looking unit.
To you guys?
It is a very nice looking unit.
Not really. Hold on.
I mean,
hold on.
God. Maybe the slightest.
Wait, what is that?
The slightest a bit.
It's very.
Let's go with
it's
the line
very
on the posters.
It's
a
very,
little bit.
very
It looks a
subtle.
little bit. Anyway, appreciate that. Yeah, I don't know if it was true. I heard someone say the dollar caught up to the pound, like they were almost 1 to 1.
Actually, when I was in work, like
true
a few weeks.
Because the dollar, it actually for the first time since I've been alive, I can remember, is worth more right now than the euro.
Oh yeah.
When I was in work a few weeks ago, I was talking to my to my worker. We just went, yo, that dollar is so close to the pound. It's pretty much similar now. I don't ever remember the time
That's
when it was
crazy
like that.
because like, what's a like a Switch game in pounds for you?
It
Yeah, I remember
depends. Let's just say let's just say £40.
Yeah, because there's still 60 here. So if I went to Amazon UK and paid $40 for a game and a couple bucks shipping or whatever, it'd be way cheaper if it's a $60 game here. Before, $40 pounds converted to $60 US, like the conversion. So if I or was it the other way around? Yeah, it was that way. Because when I bought you guys some stuff, it was like, oh, it's only 30 pounds, and then I was like, oh wait, that's like $55. I was like, oh, that's a bit of a bummer. So I had to find stuff like 15 pounds, 20 pounds.
Let me just check the prices. 'Cause it's been a while. On Amazon, see, I got Xenoblade Chronicles 3 for £39.99, but on Amazon, it's £44.99.
Okay.
It was a bit more.
And somebody pointed out something I thought was kind of interesting. I think it was Sandstorm posted a tweet and something about. No, that was something completely unrelated, I believe. But somebody pointed out that they felt Mario Kart 8 Deluxe had more new content than Splatoon 3. And I kind of agree with based on what we've seen.
Oh, damn.
And I thought that was a pretty good comparison. Maybe it's not 100% true, but I mean, it's.
I'm pretty sure it could be pretty true because, like, you have like
battle mode.
It's not true for the single player alone. I mean, if we're being honest, I know you don't care for the single player, but like battle alone, it's not like.
No, because we're talking about compared to the previous game, what's new? You got like the battle mode, the 200cc, extra characters. All this is before the new DLC, even And that's all
No, we're not comparing. If you're comparing the 8 to Deluxe, 200cc was an 8, base 8.
200cc.
Right. Yeah, so you had the battle mode with the new tracks.
What they added was the battle mode and Inkling
I don't think 200cc was in base.
It was
after the
base
DLC. It was free.
Put up your
update.
Wii U right now, man, and go play some.
But I would argue the battle mode.
Somebody don't play their Wii U.
I would put the battle mode pretty close to the 4 to 5 hour single player mode. I would put the battle mode as a new addition, not too far away from.
200cc's was a
too far away.
That's what I meant. So it's not in the base MK8.
Yeah, it's not.
It's in the. It was free patch.
It didn't come in 8.
It was a free update.
In deluxe either.
Yeah, deluxe.
I was saying there's no way there was a base 8 thing 200cc.
Okay, but
it's not new to 8.
It was in 8. If you play 8, you know what I'm saying? Like if you play 8, if you just play 8,
I mean,
it was a mandatory update.
It was a mandatory
update.
I listen. I know where this goes. Retro, don't do it. I'm asking you.
Do you guys?
As a friend, don't do
this.
Don't be that guy again.
Definitely for the multiplayer. There's definitely. I think there's more content, but by the time Splatoon 3 is done with all its maps and stuff, it'll be way ahead, you know. But I mean, at launch, I'm saying.
I know, man. We're getting 48 new tracks in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
Yeah, you gotta pay for them though.
Yeah,
you get the DLC in Splatoon 2. You gotta pay for that shit.
But I think this.
No, but it's not.
That's not the same.
I think the free maps.
Buy the $60 versus the game you buy for $60. It's a big difference, you know. And
I say, Retro, I just told you not to do this. Chill out.
But it's closer than it should be.
They're both basically sports games.
I guess you could. The fact that
Mario
you could
Kart's a
even
racing
think about
game
comparing them is a shame. You know,
and
it's like, you know, be nicer if you couldn't even think of that.
Splatoon is a shooting game. So
somebody tried to argue in the comments that how is it 2.5? Well, you know, if we have to explain that again, then I guess
they got time to make Splatoon 2.5, but they ain't got time to make a new Wave Race. Get the fuck out of here.
We'll get
Splatoon sells. See,
we'll get Splatoon 4. We'll get Splatoon 4 on Switch in 3 years.
I need my Yame Stewart looking in HD sexiness, man. That's what I fucking need.
Never.
Bring it up.
What about 1080 snowboarding?
You think about all those characters from Wave Race and 1080 snowboarding, fucking Rob Hayward and all these fucking Ricky Winterborn.
I played 1080 snowboarding for like the slightest, and I was like, damn, yo, that theme song is really good.
Work your body. I don't know about the theme song, but the little menu.
This shit is good. I mean,
the menu is one of my favorite characters.
I like Avalanche better.
That is really good. Really, I have to listen to it. I have to hear it.
All right, but yeah, well, thanks, Falcon Black. Really appreciate that.
Yep, nice one.
Like I said,
I appreciate it.
Yeah, you go.
But hey, I give back, Terrell.
Why do you have that? What the fuck was that?
And
what?
Wait. What'd you say? What did you say? Jeez, hold on.
I say I give back. I think, and I said before I do another gift thing, I said you have to play African Safari and Robert has to play the Senra Kagura.
Well, you know,
have to beat it.
I have my backlog list.
You have to play it, not beat it.
You told me just to have it on there, and when I pick it up.
But that's the rule. You have to at least put it in once and play it.
Oh, you want me to just play like at least a multiplayer match or something? I got you.
Terrell has to play it. Has to get out the Wii U.
If I do it, I'm gonna make it the most uncomfortable stream.
When you get to the new house, you gotta have all your systems out.
You gotta dress yourself in Safari costume.
Blizzak. No, because if I do that, Robert, I'm gonna.
Why? What happened?
He upgraded. He went from black to Blizzak.
What were you gonna say, yo? You're about to say something horrible, bro.
But anyway, again, thanks, Falcon. You've been watching.
The Blizzak ruined me, dog. Y'all need to shut the fuck up, bro.
I hate to.
Put a little Snoop in it. A little Snoop. That's all.
I feel bad because my gaming content. I'm gonna do an update video on my channel.
Yo, Terrell's painting.
Chill out. Talking to Falcon. I'm gonna do an update video on my channel here. Let you guys know my plan for the future. So. Falcon, appreciate it, but we're getting out of here.
He's fading away
next week.
He's Metro.
God damn.